Legally Blonde's not terrible.
I know.
I watched it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye.
It ain't terrible.
You text her and tell her to come back in so that we.
No, I didn't, Ryan. Fuck off, buddy.
Come say it. They don't believe me.
Oh man.
You guys will be excited to see our overlay is updated.
Oh yeah.
With some important information.
I need to get that. I need to get that image.
Oh, I will send it to you right now.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Oops, that does not work in there. No, don't worry about it. We're good. I'm pushing people to your stream anyway for most of mine. So.
Oh, it'll be real easy. It's in Discord. Go to sketch. Uh-oh. There. Click this. Copy link. Hybrid. Paste. Boom. There you go. Throw that in your mouth hole piece.
Your face pocket?
Yes. Your upper head slot. I'm gonna grab water.
Alright.
Your mic's still on, Dick.
Alright guys, we are live. We're waiting to get the bounty board crew fired up and then we'll switch over to the podcast feed and get it going. Actually, I'm going to switch over there now so everybody can just stare at them awkwardly. And that way you guys can watch the real-time edits of me making Sketch Sawyer a thing on here. Oh, I thought it rearranged, and I was about to be really upset. Do this. And properties. And...
Oh, I'm back with water. Ryan, we know you didn't freeze, but get out of here. Nice try.
I'm watching it on his stream, and it looks really good, though.
Like Ben said, you should go make some extra money, stand at the corner, and act like a statue.
No matter where I put my camera, I don't like it.
Sounds like my life.
Does it? That's strange.
That is strange.
My penis, I don't like it.
The lighting situation works, so...
This turned into a really weird start. We went from...
Oh, no, we're good. Is everybody good to go?
We went from Ben not liking his camera position to Ryan not liking penis placement, and I'm not really sure.
Penis placement?
Yeah, I'm not really sure how. Like, are you talking about places you've put it, or like where it is on your anatomy? Because this could go a lot of different directions, and I kind of want to explore it a little bit now.
Different directions? What?
Exactly. Well done.
I'm so dismayed.
Well, welcome to Bounty Board.
Welcome to Bounty Board, guys.
We're not live yet. We're going live right now, though. Holy shit.
Eric's live.
Oh, this is all captured. We're live on.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm recording the audio for it. So
Yeah.
Like, we'll get that.
We got it. We got it. We got it,
there.
baby.
It's there.
Smurf, wouldn't you want to know, buddy?
Oh, boy. So how's it going, everybody? It's, well, first of all, Eric,
I think you're on the
welcome
wrong
back.
mic.
What?
I think you're on the wrong mic. You're echoey. Very
Oh,
echoey.
boy. Hang on.
While he's fixing that, I'll answer his question. Thank you very much. It has been a crazy 2 weeks. Travel, and then... Where was I last week? Oh, school was starting. Yeah, so it's been an interesting switch to... I'm still catching up because I went from working out at night to working out early in the morning.
Is it better?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Now,
okay.
now you got your
Sorry.
silky smooth.
I didn't realize the fucking gain was to the max.
Them gains, though.
Yeah, back to getting gains in the morning, which...
The BMs.
And the BMs. They're super BM now that I'm working out in the morning. Let me tell you about it.
You don't have to.
So when did you used to work out?
I used to work out at night.
Like when-ish?
Usually around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And then when everybody was settled down for the evening, and now I've switched it back because I get up, I take Ella to school, and then work out right afterwards. Which, when you're intermittent fasting, is supposedly better because it's better to work out at the end of your fast versus
That's what they say.
Yeah, going that. So
I haven't decided if that's bro science or not.
yeah, I don't know.
I even heard somebody say like, "Oh, the body part that you work out under fasting burns fat in that area." And everything I've ever read for the last 30 years of my life was that you can't like work out your stomach and get a flat stomach. Like that's not how that works.
Yeah, no, it's I've seen. Yeah, Tech, exactly. You work out exactly. You burn the fat that's stored. You know, you work out that's fasted. Exactly. So I see better.
Mr. Supreme.
Everybody's in Eric's brain.
Well, I was live. We're live now on Caleb's too. So I was live before you. So everybody came over here.
No, that's fine. I'm only a little jealous.
I know. Oops, that's the wrong one. Hold on. There it is.
I'm still confused about penis placement.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to that. Yeah, so I notice more energy production and quicker weight loss when I work out in the morning at the end of the fast. So is really all I've noticed. I mean, I've dropped working out for 6 days now doing this. I've dropped 5 pounds almost instantly.
Nice.
So that's really the only thing that I've noticed. By the way, guys, we switched topic tonight to working out, so it's going to be a lot of bro science and things like that.
It's Nerdy Fit. First episode of Nerdy Fit.
Nerdy fits.
Dude, Ben, I've been trying to get Amanda to put together a fucking workout routine and run a thing on Instagram for Nerdy Fit for years. And she won't.
Each workout could be a video game theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can like level up if you like send in you doing it and send in your results and shit.
That would be cool.
Yes, Nerdy
like
Fits
it.
is gonna happen.
I like
It'll be
it.
our New Year's resolution.
Could be a channel in the
So the program will be dissolved by February.
you'll never even have started.
January 3rd.
Never start. Oh man.
Can't feel like a failure if you never start.
That's true.
If you're tired of starting over, quit starting. Wait, that's not how that goes. Shit. Okay, so Eric's back. Sarge is here. Ben is here. I am here.
I have a new nostril cam.
Yep, I like that.
Camera's nice and low for everybody. So
Ben's officially here now because he has a nameplate.
you notice?
Yeah. He's official in this biatch. But before we get into like the intro and everything, I came into the end of a conversation and heard that Ryan has a problem with penis placement. And that absolutely needs to be discussed. What the fuck you meant? Do you think your penis is in the wrong place, or have you been putting your penis in the wrong places?
Ben was like, I got this new camera. I'm just not sure where to put it. And I was like, just like my penis. That's it. That's all it was. It wasn't anything.
Oh Jesus! Okay,
Just a quick 1-2, and it ruined everybody's lives.
Oh
So
man. Okay.
Man, I
Well,
should
then we're gonna.
have taken
let me
another.
move on.
I should have taken another week off.
You are next week. Calm down, homie. Okay, anyway, what's up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of Bounty Board, your intimate artisanal video game podcast featuring your 4 favorite goofs. I'm one of your hosts, Caleb at Lubwub. To my north on my stream is Sketch Sawyer. What's up, Ben?
Hi, everybody.
To his left is Sergeant Sodium. What's up, Ryan?
what do I do with my hands?
Oh my God! And to my immediate left is the man himself, who's been gone for 2 weeks. Hybrid Glass. What's up, Eric?
Howdy, I'm back.
Eric has given us his week. Ryan had ruined his opportunity to tell us about his week by having penis discussions. Ben, how's your week been?
Oh, just making a comic book. That's my whole life right now. Countdown to when school starts. School starts a week from tomorrow.
It's not a bad
You
life.
act a little excited about
Yeah, it's
the
not a
comic
bad,
book?
not
My
a
life
bad my
is
life.
like
Oh God, I gotta draw all day.
I'd be a little more enthusiastic if I weren't so behind.
I
So
could-
That's, that's sort of sapping the joy out of it a little bit.
If you
Now,
want to send them to me, I can color them.
yeah, we can switch, and
Or
you
Charlie
can
can.
you
Charlie
can
can.
you could rake through
Outside, inside the lines, it don't matter.
you could rake through all of the contracts that I've got to go through, and I can really mess up your comic. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
You can climb through every attic and crawl space for me.
Yeah.
I'll definitely draw some pictures.
I don't have a fun one because working at GameStop sucks.
If you want to trade salaries for that amount of time,
Wow,
I'm
that's
down, man.
That's
Let's do it.
That's topical. Okay,
Yes, dude, it's a fucking piece of the news.
very
Yeah.
topical.
It's real topical, y'all. My life is crumbling. Oh, I guess my workplace is crumbling. My life's all right. Don't get alarmed. So before we dive into our topic, I guess my week. My bad. My week's been pretty good. I got exciting news from home. Me and the wife have an important announcement. We 100%ed Crash Team Racing today.
You should have paused longer there. But
I
that
should
is
have
very
paused way longer. I should have paused way longer. Sorry, I was too.
Like Aaron reading the news. Just
I was too
long pause.
Okay, moving on.
News
There it
channel.
is. That
No,
was
we
perfect.
100%ed Crash Team Racing about an hour ago. So we got every single collectible, every single time trial, every single boss, all of that shit. Because, when my wife does play games, she plays the fuck out of them and then takes another 10-year break. But yeah, other than that, just had some dope interactions on Twitter with the 343 folks again.
Yep.
And
Nice.
Sat down with Ben and my grandmother today and recorded 2 episodes of Procedural Generations because we are gearing up for season 2's release date, September 4th. That's
Nice.
coming. I also have every video that we have streamed pulled to be put on YouTube. So
Nice.
Nice.
a lot of shit's gonna be happening, y'all. It's gonna be dope.
Good.
But yeah, enough about me. Let's talk about everyone else's news. So this episode, a lot like last week's episode, is going to be very news heavy. Gamescom is going on right now. I'm sure stuff will be announced throughout the rest of the week, but the big announcement day was Monday. We had a Nintendo show at 6 a.m. We had Inside Xbox at 11. We had Stadia at 1, and then we had opening night live with Jeff Keighley and one of the strangest fucking relationships in games, Keighley and Kojima. At 2, and we'll get to that eventually because the Twitter takes are hot and they're all like, it looks like Kojima just kind of humors this guy and Keighley's a fanboy, but I don't want to pass any judgment. Not yet. We'll do that later. So we're going to dive into news, and most of the news is going to relate pretty closely to what's going on today, but I guess because Eric already blew my spot up,
Sorry.
We'll start with that. GameStop has laid off 120 staff members, which represents 14% of the company's headquarters associates. Now, I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about this. So, they said that they are finished laying off people at the organizational level, which means stores are going to get closed, y'all. Stores are going to get fucking closed.
Do you think it's the beginning of the end?
Yes. Yeah, because a couple weeks ago they cut down the
Regional staff.
They cut down regional staff. Basically, GameStop went from having 32 regions and 100 people to 18 regions and 50 people running those. So I feel like they're going to condense stores to the high volume stores and leave those up in an effort to try and. I think they're trying to make themselves viable, appealing to someone to come in and purchase them.
Because nobody wants them.
Well, the article that you posted was saying that they've given up towards the end of it.
Yeah.
They've given up on trying to find somebody to buy the company, so they're going with a total.
Yeah, who would buy that?
They're going with I mean, I don't know. Maybe
You gotta have a full game plan ready to go if you're going to. You can't
Maybe-
just buy them I could do something with this.
I
It has to
can-
be a rebrand.
I can see somebody
Game crazy.
I could see somebody. Yeah, I could see somebody like an Amazon coming in and purchasing the online assets and then turning them into the Amazon webfront for games. Something
Sure.
like that to keep the brand name and the brand equity. And then
The problem is their warehouses are full of used shit. The new shit goes to Walmart, Best Buy, and everything else. So who
Right.
would use the used shit?
I mean, you could auction that off you could liquidate all that used stuff pretty quickly. And I'm sure there's some gems sitting around in
the
GameStop
right-
vaults.
Shit,
know.
Yeah.
could you imagine? For the right
Yeah.
price. I think if they went the boutique route, and focused on a really cool chic storefront with apparel, knickknacks, for St. Louis and Star Clipper in its prime, and even Star Clipper now looks really designer and a nice place to walk into.
Yeah, for sure.
So it could be
GameStop hasn't been that for a minute.
Yeah,
It's-
it's starting to look like a Spencer's Gifts, but if they cut down on all the new game releases and just go to limited stock, like comic book shops only gets a lot of books if you get it pre-ordered. So, if you get 5 Madden 20 pre-orders, then that's all they get. or something like that. But then focus on the retro, focus on the
Yep.
vintage, focus on the T-shirts. Like I think it could still, if Hot Topic's still around, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is turn it into the Hot Topic again.
Right.
Yeah, GameStop could be too. It's just with the right design, with the right branding, low overhead.
So here's my
What
pitch is not even that, because from someone who's worked in GameStop for the last like 5 years, like they tried that. They bought ThinkGeek and tried to move the
Yeah.
ThinkGeek inventory into GameStop stores, and they did it so fucking
But that's-
clumsily
but that's
that like
junk.
the stores are a mess.
But that's
And, like,
junk. Like the
What do, you
reason,
what do you want them to spend money on that's not junk? They have no fucking money.
yeah, I don't know, but that loot box just went out of business for the same thing. People don't want to fill their basements up with shit anymore.
No.
Like,
Yeah,
I had
so
loot
my
box for like 3 months. I'm like, this is neat, and then the 4th month, I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I
had-
garbage.
Yeah, I had loot box.
I
for-
need to go home and rethink my
Yeah,
life.
my
Oops.
the T-shirts and my and stuff for my
Earthquake.
it's stuff for my kids, but all the shit that my kids were playing with is now on the shelf in my office, just sitting up there. It would be neat though, to Ben's point, to have a cool spot to walk into where you could maybe find a cool collectible, right?
Yeah.
You know, I would love to go back and pick up some of the really cool, like the Darksiders 3 statue. You know, if I could go in there and find that for, you know, a couple bucks or, you know, something like that.
I mean, yeah, collectibles is not a dying business.
No,
If
not at
anybody's
all.
ever been to a comic book convention,
No.
Mm-hmm.
So let me hear me out. I like that idea, but I was pitched an actually really interesting idea recently that someone suggested GameStop become a hub for like colloquial game tournaments and give a place for like essentially esports is in the spot now where the only thing it needs to do to really cement itself is actually get grassroots teams started.
Yeah.
Like baseball's got Ace Hardware financed T-ball and coach pitch, right? You're sponsored by Ace Hardware and Floyd's Bait Shop and whatever, and you put it on the front of the shirt. You make GameStops lounges with.
they'd have to get bigger. Very few GameStops have the square footage. for
They
that.
have a lot of stores that aren't doing volume right now.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but even the square
Close
footage is,
those stores down and turn them completely into lounges.
I still don't think that's enough square footage. Those
Have you-
stores are tiny.
Most stores are big. My store is very tiny. But like the store on Hanley is like 2.5 times the size of my store, and like you could fit.
Hanley.
It's right
I
next to
guess.
Walmart and Buffalo
Yeah,
Wild Wings.
I guess. Yeah.
yeah, the store right by my house, you could turn that into a pretty decent lounge, you know, and have, you know, some pretty good, you know, you could have host Smash tournaments there, fighter tournaments, you know, and cool things like that. It's right next to a Little Caesars, so.
Yeah.
Pizza,
So
pizza.
the most important thing about this, honestly,
Bam,
because
bam.
I am not super hurt by GameStop circling the drain. It's kind of funny. The thing that's most
It's a
painful
big
about
drain
this,
because we've been watching it for like a decade.
This whole generation of consoles, we've been watching it now, right?
We
I
lost
think,
Caleb.
I think Caleb.
Actually hard locked.
Oh wow.
Yep.
We just got a red ring of death.
Uh
Yep.
oh. But yeah, I mean, I think it would be cool if Smurf says, you know, GameStop big enough unless the employee area is large. I mean, you'd have to break out into the employee inventory, get rid of the back stock area, you know, kind of build that into a lot of the inventory space, build that out. But I think it'd be a cool idea to host tournaments, and that would be an easy transition. The only problem there,
That'd be awesome.
the only problem there they'd have is infrastructure cost, right? A lot of those GameStops I can't imagine are set to drive that type of thing.
No, and so many professional gaming's requirements requires specific monitors with specific lag, or refresh rates, and specific hardware
Right.
and specific controllers. That's. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, our stream's down.
Yeah, they just had a
Hold on, our stream's the Nerdy Bits
yeah.
Twitch is down. So
We're still good on Eric's for right now, though.
okay, to make people bounce back and forth.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
The interesting thing there is we just had I'll just tell a quick local anecdote here, since I'm 700 miles to the south. They opened a esports bar here in Austin called Valhalla, which is really cool. And it has
That is cool.
It has all of those, like you're saying. Like I went in there and it was any gaming station had 1440 140 hertz monitors that were just awesome to sit down and
Yeah,
play
that's
on.
great.
And they had all types of different things. And They had some really, really cool Zelda and Metroid themed cocktails for everything. And I gotta adjust this.
Yeah.
Caleb's got to get his internet fixed.
Yeah, he does. He just needs a modem, man. The better modem.
And he's back.
Is he back?
Maybe we'll go.
Well, maybe Charter can swap it for him because he doesn't have the money to buy out, a high-end one.
It's amazing they haven't come out and swapped it already.
I don't know if he's called him. I think it'd be cool if GameStop brought back like game night releases, like the release nights with specific. If they maybe sponsored behind specific items for new games that come out, and try bringing that kind of stuff. Like whenever Halo came out, they had the editions where you could get the big statues of Master Chief and all that kind of stuff. Maybe if they had something like that, you bring in like like something that says that you digitally downloaded this game, you bring it in and you can get this item with it for like an extra purchase or whatever. But it's exclusive to the new game that came out. I don't know. I thought it was cool whenever everybody showed up at GameStop on release nights and hung out together and got their special edition stuff for pre-ordering games.
That was a very fun. I would try to come up with a better word than that. It was a very fun time in the industry, though. I enjoyed that so much. People waiting in line, after the midnight releases. I was a game manager back when that shit was in its prime. I was a store manager. The only problem with the competitive stuff is that we had tournaments at both the Del Mar store, which is the biggest store in the area next to West Florissant, and the Baldwin store and Rock Hill store, and none of them made money. So, not to say that we knew what we were doing per se, and hopefully the one in Austin knows what it's doing. I'm sure they do, considering they had a whole business plan built around it. We had a hard time getting a bunch of people in to play a new game or even play Street Fighter and spend money in the store. So that's tricky.
Yeah, the one in Austin is very much a bar before it is.
We got a new barcade in St. Louis that's stellar.
Yeah, it's very much a bar before it is they're showing, like, they're hyping up. I keep getting emails from them, like, they're doing all the Twitch Rivals tournaments they're going to be showing, which I think is kind of cool. So if I ever get the inclination to drive all the way down, way out of my neighborhood, I could get there. And see myself hanging out.
So before I was so rudely interrupted by my computer deciding to just fucking restart.
Oh, it was your computer?
Yeah, right. My internet didn't do anything. My computer was just like, whoop, back on. Cool. Honestly, the most painful part about this GameStop news is not even that, like, GameStop circling the drain, as I was saying just before I cut out. It's that at the same time, GameStop laid off like 3/4 of its editorial staff from Game Informer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of really, really fucking talented people just lost their jobs. One guy was literally on vacation. He got on Twitter this morning and was like, I'm fucking on vacation. And I opened up my email this morning and GameStop was like, you don't have a job anymore.
Yeah.
LaBelle. Sorry.
LaBelle in my chat says, your computer's more salty than sodium.
God damn it.
Amazing. Yeah, that always sucks when you see these corporate layoffs. We've talked about that a lot on other podcasts.
Really surprised. I'm going to say it again. Really surprised that any of these rags get to last this long.
Yep.
The fact that Edge magazine out of Europe or out of the UK is still around is crazy. But that's one of the most beautifully designed.
Yeah, I love that
magazines in my entire life.
But Edge is built like Wired, so it's got.
Mm-hmm.
The only way, and we've been saying this. Oh my God, since I was writing for games in
2004, 2005.
Yeah. That the only reason Game Informer had the numbers it did is because it had employees hawking it and selling it. Like they were the #1 magazine in the world because they had a brick and mortar pushing them.
Yep.
Because people aren't buying the magazine, they're buying the year subscription to Power Up Pro, so they get 10% off their used shit.
Yep.
And the magazine's attached.
And that trade-in bonus.
So if you still worked at Game Informer in 2019, You should be grateful, and that
Oh,
That you made it that far.
Yikes.
that you've made it this far. Not that
Sure.
you got fired, but like you should just go.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, like,
did it.
You should have seen this.
We did it, guys.
We got so far.
This was a 20-year tidal wave. You had plenty of warning.
Yep, made it to the end. We made it.
It's just weird that GameStop would go after Game Informer when like they're not dependent on Game Informer's income, and I'm pretty sure Game Informer's income supports itself.
Well, I mean, maybe not.
Maybe not.
They
Maybe
had
this
to
is
fire
a-
him for something.
It'd be really awesome if they figure out how to, if like Andy McNamara figures out how to get Game Informer away from GameStop and turns it into
It's
just a
probably
web only thing.
It's going to be a joystick Polygon situation. They're going to form another supergroup.
Yep.
And a new .com and a new enterprise, and they'll probably kick ass.
Hey guys, Nerdy Bits is looking for people to build a fucking empire.
We can
Come on
offer.
in.
We can offer you nothing.
Smiles.
Yo, we barbecue pretty fucking well though.
Barbecue pretty well.
Hey, cost of starting a new business in St. Louis is next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm sure Minneapolis isn't much higher, but St. Louis is the spot, and there's a lot of fucking educated people here. So let's go.
You want to address what LaBelle just said?
So yeah, LaBelle just said this might be off topic, but if you know how Sega is, Sega of Europe told fans that they will not take over the movie. I'm assuming the Sonic movie. My theory is because Sega promotes artistic views. If they took control of it, they would have to go off. They would have to go after fan art and fan games. Keep in mind, no fan games means that we wouldn't have had Sonic Mania. Yeah, it is a little off topic, but it's interesting. I didn't realize Sega was that hands off with the movie, but I guess
so.
I mean that makes sense. Weird. Well, I guess this is a perfect segue. To
Maybe they
speak of
shouldn't have
being
been.
hands off.
Looking at it.
Yeah. Speaking of being hands off with the movie, apparently Sony and Sony and Marvel can't get along, and this deal is so fucking weird, dude. So the article I pulled into our little document for tonight is actually Sony's response, because they did respond today. And so Sony has made so the news is that they couldn't make a deal on how to do the next Spider-Man, and so Sony just fucking left the negotiating table, which led people to believe that, like, well, I guess Spider-Man won't be in the MCU anymore. So Sony has made an official statement in response to news that Marvel will not co-produce any further Spider-Man films, blaming Disney and saying it's disappointed that Marvel president Kevin Feige will no longer act as lead producer on the film franchise, which is hugely different news if it's just him not being the lead producer. As reported by The Hollywood Reporter, Sony claims that much of today's Spider-Man news has mischaracterized recent discussions, and that Disney made the decision to part ways with Sony. Much of today's news, this is a quote, about Spider-Man has mischaracterized recent discussions about Kevin Feige's involvement in the franchise. We are disappointed, but respect Disney's decision not to have him continue as lead producer of our next live-action film. Sony then further explained that Feige may have had too much on his plate to focus on IP that Marvel does not own,
That sounds
especially
like
with the
smoke.
recent addition of Marvel characters from Disney's acquisition of 20th
If you look at what Tech just says, that sounds like smoke.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Disney wanted to take their current 5% and move it to 50%.
Yeah, they wanted to share 50% of the producing fees.
Yep.
Which makes sense. Like, Sony's not making it, Marvel is.
Right.
But at the same time,
Disney was
Marvel
only
doesn't need any
5% first.
at the same
Like,
time, Marvel doesn't need any motherfucking money.
Yeah.
They're printing it. They made $5 billion the first half of this year.
Oh, so yeah, it was a shit deal to begin with. So,
Disney only got 5% on opening day,
That's
and
what I was trying to
Sony got the
if
rest.
only there
Yeah,
was
that's
any
shit.
numbers between 5 and 50 they could have agreed with.
It depends on how much work they're doing. Like, if Marvel's really producing the shit out of this and doing all the work, I would be like, yo, you're doing nothing.
just to help
50% is a lot.
Yeah, just to help Smurf out real quick, it was not 50% of the profits. Disney or Sony saw nothing on Spider-Man's appearances in non-Spider-Man titled films. So Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame, they saw nothing. They saw none of the profits of those movies. They only saw profits from the two Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
And it will, also adding to it, I read into it a little bit more on some of the other financial sites that I look at is it was only a 5-year or 5-film deal until they had to come back to the negotiating table. So that's why we're seeing it pop up right at the end of Endgame. I agree, though, with Ben and Tech's assessment that there's some smoke, and ultimately we're never going to know what the conversations were. And it's, I think it's shitty for all fans.
It sounds a lot like Marvel leaked this out to let Sony see how pissed people would be if they didn't get their shit together.
Yep. And yeah, I agree 100% with Tech. They could still negotiate. I would imagine there are still phone calls.
Sony said it's not over.
Yeah, I would imagine there are still phone calls. There are still conversations. There are still goings on. I thought it was really funny that everybody immediately ran to Ryan Reynolds to have Deadpool save Spider-Man. And then there was the inevitable IGN put up another post around who could replace Spider-Man in the MCU. And I'm like, that's not even really... Why are we looking for a replacement on arguably the biggest superhero in the Marvel stock?
Right now, sure.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's really weird timing. Like spoiler alert, Tony just gave him the keys to the kingdom.
Oh, and the end of Far From Home was like,
Yeah.
what now, motherfuckers?
Yep.
Like,
Exactly.
yeesh.
Yeah, Tech also says this could be promo for Far From Home.
Coming out on digital.
A lot of bad news is not. It's all orchestrated.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Sony left an iPhone at a bar.
Y'all, if they renegotiate
Apple left an iPhone at a bar. Yeah, that was intentional.
No, if they renegotiate this deal and we get more Spider-Man, you best believe I'm gonna buy day one tickets because you never know when it might end.
Yep.
Like, it was almost gone. I gotta get him day one now because you never know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
And inversely, if I have to watch Uncle Ben die again, I'm not gonna go see that.
Yeah.
I don't want another. I don't want another
now.
reboot.
Hold on, I need to step aside. Is this specifically because you are Uncle Ben,
No.
or is it because like I get
Unrel-
the sensitivity? Oh my God!
Unrelated.
Tech said Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man Homeless.
Spider-Man homeless. It's the take on Peter Parker from Into the Spider-Verse. The downtrodden, divorced one.
Peter B. Parker.
Peter B.
Yeah,
Parker.
Peter
There
B.
we go.
Parker,
I couldn't
yeah.
remember the middle initial.
Peanut Butter Parker.
There we go.
Peter Butter. Sorry, I said Peter Butter sounds so much worse.
We got it.
Pam, Beasley, and Jim.
We were with you.
PB. What a waste. Oh man, where do we go from here with news? I heard.
Let's go back to Gamescom, right?
Yeah, so back to games for sure. Final Fantasy VIII's getting a remaster that's coming out September 3rd.
Anybody in this group care?
All systems. I loved Final Fantasy VIII, so fuck you, buddy. I'm not gonna play it.
I think
loved
it's weird that this is getting September 3rd and we've yet to see the remake of 7 yet. I mean, I know
because it's a remaster.
I know it's
not
I know it's a
remake.
remaster.
Yeah.
It's
There was
just-
a huge chunk of content at E3, and we already know that it's going to be released episodically.
in
Yeah.
chunks.
So I think Midgar is going to be the first chunk, and we've seen just about all there is to see with that. The
Yep.
fight, the escape, the train.
Yep.
Square Enix has a stable of titles that haven't seen the light of day in a while, and they're just gonna keep plugging gaps with.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here's Final Fantasy VIII remastered, and then next fall will be Final Fantasy IX remastered, and then
I imagine Final Fantasy. Well, there's remaster, there's remake, right? 7's being remade.
yes,
Yeah.
8's just getting a 4K boost. Signal.
God, I hope it's not 4K because it's not gonna look good.
Yeah.
Imagine
But,
4K with like N64 low poly figures.
Yes,
My
I saw Angry
It's
Video
4K.
Game.
I can see their sharp ass chins.
Angry Video Game Nerd reviewed Chex Quest, a Doom clone that was shipped in the box of Chex cereal.
Bullshit. Oh
And
my
he
God.
emulated. It was playing it emulated on 4K, and it looked pretty interesting actually.
All right.
Yeah, so it's 4K vintage games actually look pretty interesting, especially when the frame rate's nice and crispy. But
Crispy.
I'm hoping that Final Fantasy VII gets such a huge cash surge that the production for the rest of the series gets bumped up, gets prioritized, because it's been like 10, 15 years just for Chapter 1. So how long is it going to take? And it's a big game, right? So unless they cut shit out, that game's never going to get finished.
We're getting 2 Blu-ray discs worth of content for not the entire game.
That's insane. It's insane. It's so big. That's crazy. You have to get
Yeah,
a whole
it's
hard.
weird.
You have to get your own hard. They should just ship it on hard drives, like they do with movies.
yeah. Here's your lockbox full of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
What else?
You're not streaming it on Stadia anytime soon. Let's just put it that way.
No, that's not happening. Mortal Kombat's first DLC fighters for Mortal Kombat 11 got announced today, and they are
It's a roster.
That's
pretty dope.
It's a roster.
pretty interesting.
So you're getting Shang Tsung and Nightwolf, who are old Mortal Kombat characters people have been looking for. And then you're getting the T-800 Terminator, which is Arnold.
Looks really good.
The battle damage.
With battle damage, yep. You're getting Joker. You're getting...
Looks terrible.
It's a pudgy. It looks like the pudgy Pornhub Joker.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
God.
so bad.
Yeah, that was a weird take on
You
Joker.
said it looks like the Pornhub Joker.
It does.
I can't even.
Look it up.
It's
then-
so bad.
And then we're getting...
Wait, look up Pornhub Joker or like just the Joker?
Look at the porn parody Batman Joker, and it looks just like that guy.
What if it's supposed to be?
That'd be awesome.
What if Pornhub was like, yo, have some money? Put this guy in here.
DC's working with anything they can get.
Oh, it looked like any one of us did a cosplay. I'm serious.
It doesn't look great at all.
It looked really normy.
Yeah.
So whatever.
And then Spawn, which is fucking dope. And
Who's voiced by somebody?
Yep, that's how that works.
Somebody big though. I'll look it up. Y'all keep
What?
talking.
I almost said Michael Clark Duncan. That would have sucked, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Who's Sindel?
I think it's Keith David. No, Keith David did the animated. No, it is Keith David. Keith David did the HBO animated series, and he's doing Spawn from Mortal Kombat.
We can't get away from Keith David on this
Nope,
podcast.
Keith David is going to run this.
He is,
Whoever
he,
want
is,
to.
he is the through line that has connected all of the podcasts throughout the years.
Yep. Who's Sindel? Is that another character from
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat?
I think
that's
so.
It's another classic.
Okay. So those are your five
MK3,
characters.
I think.
Your six characters. Shang Tsung, Nightwolf, Sindel, Terminator T-800, Joker, and Spawn.
Spawn looks so good.
Yeah. There's a Spawn movie coming
dude.
right now, too.
Yep.
And Jamie Foxx is playing... What's the guy's name?
Oh, if you hadn't asked me, I would have probably said it. I know that doesn't make sense.
No. I got you. I get you.
Damn. What is... All right, chat. What is Spawn's name?
Don't Google it. If you fucking Google it.
Yeah. I'll know.
I won't, but...
Damn.
All right, I know his name. You want a hint?
No.
You want his middle name?
Yes.
Francis.
Well, that's...
Nope. That did nothing.
You might as well have said Samsonite.
What rank was he?
Huh?
Because he was in the military. He's got a rank. I wonder if that would have like triggered it for me. Like, you
Nah,
know,
I got
flipped
it.
up.
Yeah, I remember. Okay.
Fictional character biography. He was a lieutenant colonel.
No. No, I'm no. I feel like I'm close, but I know I'm not.
EA makes a game where you create people
3,
and live in a house,
1.
and it's called
Sims.
The What? His
The
last
Sims.
name is Simmons.
Simmons.
Oh,
What's his first name?
Richard.
I don't know.
Al. Al Simmons.
Okay, yeah. No, I was nowhere close.
Oh, well, that's it. I knew that.
Cool. Next.
The silence.
Did you really know that?
No.
Of course
okay.
he didn't. Of course he fucking didn't.
The three of us on this podcast should have our comic book knowledge, question from here on out. Ryan, I think, gets the pass on there that we didn't know
Yeah.
that right off the top
But
of our
Spawn
heads.
stops being
As Tech always
Yeah, Spawn
says,
stopped
I'm
being-
not riding motorcycle fucking bitches, so...
Yeah. The
Spawn stopped being relevant for me like 15 years ago.
Right.
So
God damn it.
I don't know why Tech would say that, because most of the time you're on a virtual farming field getting soybeans
That's true. Sowing them beans, bro.
or
which
okra.
chat am I supposed to be looking at? This
or,
is frustrating.
Caleb's.
Both.
Okay, well, Tech's not on Caleb's, so
He was.
he was. All right.
No, he's-
So
yeah, he was.
you want to talk about Disintegration? Because that looks interesting.
Does.
Yeah, we can. That's basically all the news that was outside of what we saw at Gamescom. Anyway, so yeah, let's dive right into games announced at Gamescom. And I was the most excited about Disintegration.
Yeah, me too. For those who don't know, he's the producer is Marcus Leto, who created helped
Master
create
Chief.
Master Chief.
He created Master Chief.
Yeah, so he started a new studio called V1, and this was their debut. Looks like was it first-person squad-based PvP, PvE.
Yeah, so it's got like a single player campaign and a bunch of multiplayer modes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a first person shooter mixed with a strategy game. People are calling it FPXCom.
Did that spread? Because that's what I was calling it. Did that spread?
Oh, was that you?
Yeah.
Damn, maybe it was just
I
you.
hope it catches on.
It'd be
Well,
dope.
royalties. But so it looks like from the trailer that your squad commander's on like a Destiny Sparrow.
Yeah, it's called a
basically.
gravity cycle.
And you've got other troops in front of you, like a giant robot, and probably a sniper and a point man or whatever. But I hear it gets pretty kooky. Somebody said something about clowns in the There's like a not like picture clowns from Akira, like a gang, but like there's clown robots and like a whole clown gang. So I don't know where the world goes, but like it's pretty interesting, right? So
Yeah, that's bananas.
So you've got different squad types, a lot like XCOM, but you're in the back giving orders and shooting.
Yeah.
So I think we have a lot more to learn. Hopefully, I was on the internet all day. I didn't see a lot of gameplay, but there are people playing it on the show floor.
Yeah.
So maybe by the end of the week, IGN will have a feature on it or something like that, or somebody, whoever's there, will have a feature on it. I want to know more. I'm excited. The cutscene was great. It definitely had some pretty interesting characters and acting in it. That was intriguing.
The subject matter is what is interested to me.
Left of humanity, something like that.
Yeah. Do you want to read that? Or you want me to get? I gotta pull.
I mean, you could guide. You can correct me where I'm wrong. It seemed to be that the environment had finally gone to shit, and we had started putting our brains inside these robots to survive. Which is why, because the one thing that stood out to me in the trailer is the humanity behind the robot's eyes. Right? They paid a lot of attention to the detail and making those eyes feel as human as possible.
Yeah, it was very Cade 6.
Yep, very Cade 6. So that's kind of cool. And then you got that scene at the end where she was poking fun of him. Kind of
no judgment.
Through the whole trailer, he's
so
doing
good.
all this badass shit, and then you come to find out he's just daydreaming on his grav cycle about the battlefield.
They're called pre-flight checks.
Yep. That was
this article says a beta session will go live soon, and the game's already slated for middle of next year, so that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Super done. Yeah. So climate extremes, overpopulation, food shortages, and a global pandemic led to nations collapsing, humankind on the brink of extinction. To survive the conditions, scientists surgically encased human brains into robotic armor in a process known as integration. And it is in these hulking shells that players will battle it out. And the game's called Disintegration.
Right.
So I wonder if it's trying to stabilize the world
and
then
that shell that you've been disintegrated.
Or the process of disintegration is the process of handing humanity back the reins, right? Like you're in machine bodies, fix the world, and then you can disintegrate and come out of your shell and go.
Everything I know about sci-fi is that's always been a one-way ticket. Right? Welcome to your future.
So let's be maybe they're being unique and they're being like, there's a way out.
There were quite a few trailers that if there's anybody on stage talking, they advertise their game as being completely different than anything anybody's ever played before. I swore I heard that about 3 or 4 times, and every time I'm like, nah, this does look interesting. We don't know who we're fighting yet. The gameplay looks interesting, but I don't know. I heard that a lot. That was the MO of the show. Completely different than anything you've ever played. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deej during the Destiny talk said that in the Inside Xbox show, said that a whole slew of times. He said that 4 or 5 times.
Destiny?
About Destiny. Like, this is going to be a different Destiny experience than anybody's ever had. And I'm just kind of like...
Nah. I've seen the trailer. Looks like Destiny.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Let's talk about Destiny. Yeah. I think everybody in this group but Ryan, who's never played it, really wants to believe in that game again, but doesn't think it's going to happen.
Yeah,
Ben's like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm with Ben. I'm good. I mean,
unless you give me a new way to play, give me a spare with it.
Penis.
Now I know where to put it.
Yep.
It's all about the placement.
That's right. Give me a spare
button mashing.
give me a sparrow that can shoot. Give me a mech suit. Give me 0G combat. Give me, I don't know, a melee combo system. Not just finishers, which look half-assed anyway. Like, it
Come in
does.
for their fucking lunch.
It looks half-assed to me. It just looks like the animations, they're even like a little too far apart. So when they do the finish, it's just like they're not.
Hold on, what's a finish?
It's a finisher if you're from Finland.
Got it.
So, but like, there's no real like animation system. It's just like, it's like your character does an animation and then the other thing dies. So I don't know. It doesn't look like it's
yeah, it does seem blocky.
So like, it does, and it doesn't. It looks like you're just playing more Destiny. And for people who are locked in and it's the last game they're ever going to play, then good for them. But for everybody else, it doesn't look new at all.
Yeah, with everything that's coming out this fall and the lineup that we've got coming, I don't see myself spending the money on that. Not with.
Oh my God! Not to mention Bungie's stupid fucking payment model.
Yeah, let's not. That's a topic in and of itself. Let's not.
That's changing. That's changing completely.
I'm sure it is.
Destiny's free to play now.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny's free to play.
No, it's got
Shadowkeep.
Yeah, it's got free to play until you hit content and you hit a paywall.
Well, that's how free to play games that
No.
are MMOs work now.
Okay, then don't call it free to play because it's not.
All of Destiny up until Shadowkeep will be free to play. And if you've never owned Destiny,
not up until Shadowkeep.
yeah, through Forsaken, up to Forsaken. So okay, if there was the year past stuff that came out this year after Forsaken came out, that's not included. But up to Forsaken is free. And if you never owned it
anymore.
If you never owned it, you can buy Shadowkeep for $40 and you get everything else.
That's only going to work if they can satisfy that. What do they call it? Action RPG.
Yeah,
what do they call it? What's their new title? I forgot. They're calling it an RPG. And no, MMO, action MMO, or whatever. They're calling it MMO, and if they do the MMO things, which is social spaces, trading, commerce, all that stuff that you get with Final Fantasy 15, Warcraft, and a smidge of Warframe. Like, if you do these MMO things, then maybe all that back catalog of content is going to bring people in. But otherwise, I mean, I don't know. Who cares? And it also seems like people on the dev team can't even decide if they want to call it an MMO or not.
I just want to compliment you, Ben. You went 5.5 minutes without saying Warframe during that whole talk about Destiny.
Check my bingo card.
Hey, look at the clock. It's been 25 minutes.
No. Since you started that rant is when I started the timer. It was good because it was on the tip of your tongue the whole time. Like, give me Warframe, and I was like, especially when you're talking.
I did want to mention it earlier because
the finishers.
Every time they release a new Warframe, it's like playing the game differently.
Yeah, exactly.
I do kind of feel like mentioning it here as the only person who plays it. They have a new frame coming out. They have 2 new frames coming out. One's coming out by the end of August. They're actually calling it a speedster because they're matching it off of like the Flash. We can run across water and shit like that. But the new one they're working on now. He's a big fat guy, and you eat people, spit them out, or digest them. And you have 4 abilities in Warframe, and the 4th one is called Meatball. And you actually turn into like a Samus ball that's physics-based. And when you roll into things, you get bigger. And so
it's Yoshi.
he's basically Yoshi Samus.
That damn game.
But so you go way up in the air, turn into a ball, hit a hill, and like you can ramp off of hills as Meatball, and it's so fucking weird. So every time that game releases a new character, you actually play the game differently. But and not
as
to
food.
Does he talk like Meatwad?
No.
Hold on, guys.
would-
I'm just gonna go over food.
That'd be awesome.
That
No,
would be.
when he was eating things, it was all sounded very gross though.
Yeah.
But like that's, I don't know. Like Destiny's expansion just looks like, the Vex are back, huh? The Vex.
Why haven't they introduced a new
Neat.
faction, y'all?
Yeah, that's
Game's been up for 6 years, and like at the end of the Destiny 2 campaign, you see other ships in space
Yep.
The pyramids
that are coming.
The pyramids.
Where the fuck are they?
Yep.
Are they faster than light, or are they not? Because if not,
No,
it's gonna take.
they're cruising in at 20 miles an hour, just like
Yeah.
Literally 20 miles an hour in space. Yeah, it seems like there's just not there's not enough draw. Even with the armored, what are they? They say 2.0, but I think it's like actually 6.3 or whatever the adjustment they've made to the armors. It's interesting. It looks cool, but it's just not a compelling enough experience to say. Not with Gears 5, 2 weeks away. Borderlands 3, hot on the heels of that. Control, Ghost Recon
Control's
Breakpoint.
next week.
Breakpoint.
Call of
Breakpoint's
Duty,
gonna fucking
Star
control
Wars.
me. Breakpoint's gonna control me. That game is I cannot fucking wait for that game. And like Destiny is, it's gonna have to cure blindness for me to want to go back to it. Like it's gonna have to do something straight up miraculous. Ryan,
I would want to see a new gameplay feature. Like do something.
What game?
Do something fucking different.
Yeah, you could finish people.
You could attach any.
Back to Pornhub, I see.
No, that's not where I was going.
Plenty of new experiences on there.
He has a whole list of categories down the side. He's anyway.
Which one's my destiny?
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, you should, because it was awful. What else did we see? Y'all, did you see the NBA 2K20 story campaign trailer?
No. But I saw Idris Elba in the screenshot.
It's got Idris Elba and fucking Rosario Dawson and Thomas Middleditch. Like, it looks like a fucking movie.
It's an A Squad cast.
Yeah, it looks super good. I just want Stringer Bell to be my basketball coach.
Yep.
That seems a little harsh, but let's do it. Let's do it. What do you guys? I mean, Eric, you want to talk about Blair Witch? What do you think, man? You've seen some more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna play it. Like I said,
you're a survival horror guy.
Well, no, it's not even that. I grew up in those woods in Maryland, right? So the stories. What? Yeah, where I grew up in Maryland. I walked. I walked around in those woods, right? So all of the story. And it was funny too. There's the podcast I listened to. Laura was just talking about the Goat Man of Maryland, which is this like, axe murdering guy that came. The largest agricultural research facility in the U.S. is in Maryland, and supposedly a lady died, and to bring one of this, I can't remember the doctor's name, but to bring his colleague supposedly mixed her DNA with a goat DNA and created a race of goat people that walks these lands. So it's all these like horror stories my parents would tell us when we were going out into the woods on top of the Blair Witch. On top of, so it's just
What's with the Eastern United States and fucking cryptids, dude? Y'all got bored and started making up fucking monsters. You got Mothman, you got goat people, you got Wendigos, you got.
Yep, I don't know, man.
Yeah, man.
A lot of deep, dark woods over there. A lot of history, a lot of bloodshed, all up and down the eastern part of the United States.
Yep.
Hey, you know what trailer really messed me up? Is that Skirble.
God.
Yeah, clearly.
Skirble
Pace Program. Yeah, that.
What?
Kerbal Space Program. I was running with the joke, right? Yeah, Kerbal Space Program. That looked awesome.
Yeah,
dude. The first Kerbal is blast, and like the fact that it's getting a 2 and it looks like it's adding a bunch more shit.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Fuck yeah. The game looks awesome.
Need for Speed Heat might have sold me.
What's the point of them always like destroying stuff?
So what you do is you build up.
It was like falling apart.
Yeah. So the whole point of that game is that you try and build rockets that get you to the next planet, and you fail a lot. And when you fail, it goes bad. So like rockets will like stutter off the pad and fall sideways, or they'll go up a little bit and explode in the air, or they'll like crash land into the moon instead of landing softly on the moon. So it's all about like trial and error. I'm going to build this thing, send it off, and then, okay, that failed there. So I'm going to try fixing that and then send that off. Try fixing that, send that. Gotcha. It's like when you were trying in high school in science, trying to find a way to safely drop an egg from 3 stories, and you break 20 eggs until you found the one that did it right.
Right.
It's basically that, but for adults on a computer.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope.
The in-depth Need for Speed breakdown might have sold me.
I enjoyed that.
That was pretty cool.
The app sold me even more.
Yeah.
I've been making cars left and right on this app, and as soon as the game comes out, I'm gonna have like 50 cars to be able to.
I like how the first screenshot you shared was a Z. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a little Civic.
Everything else on there was like New School, and I was like, man, that's the only like that Datsun is like, yeah, I gotta do something with that. That looks really
Yeah.
cool.
What do
But
you
they
like
have
that-
so many options on that,
Mhm.
and I was very surprised for it being an app because like I don't know, they've never had an integration game like or app like that, but I've seen apps where you can customize vehicles that have nothing. Like they have like maybe 10 things each, and like the rims they had like at least 50 or 60 of them, and the bumpers each one had like 6 or 7, and like you couldn't use a front splitter with this bumper, so like you had to do different setups to make everything work together. And the fact that you can just, oh yeah, I want to use that car in the game, like I'm on my lunch break at work, I'm going to make this car, so when I go home I just upload it into the game and go play. People have to sit around and wait. Like when we're on Rocket League, we're attaching new things to our cars and making our cars look good. It's like it's already done. Just pay the money and I'm ready to roll. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that it's gonna have like the reason why they're explaining with like in the game why all the races are in the city, and that like there's sanctioned racing during the day that helps you build like you get money and build a little bit of cred, but then there's the unsanctioned shit at night that builds.
Tech,
like,
this for real looks like Midnight Club. Honest to God, it looks like Midnight Club mixed with Horizon. Forza Horizons. So it'll be fun, man. We're gonna get it and play it for sure.
Yeah.
Ben, you were about to ask what we thought about something, and then we cut you off. What were you about to say?
They're bringing Comanche back.
Yeah.
Which is so strange.
Yeah, it's weird, ain't it?
It's like we haven't heard from this game in 27 years or some shit. So I don't know who this is appealing to. I don't know.
I've never heard of it. Apparently,
I'm good
Now,
with it.
furthermore, how many people know what a Comanche fucking is besides an American tribe? But like, it's a really obscure helicopter.
Our country and our military. You don't think?
No, I don't.
Well, it was.
If it was like a Hornet or a Raptor or something like one of the popular vehicles.
Apache.
Yeah, exactly.
It was abandoned, right? They only made 20 or 30 of them, and then they were just deemed too expensive and
too expensive and too hard to fix.
And
now it just looks like a PvPvE sort of
multiplayer
thing. That looks kind of lame.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of fucking Crimson Skies.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that could be fun.
Yeah,
but Crimson Skies was so fucking. They said they were making one. I thought because they brought Crimson Skies into the backwards compatibility, and they said they were gonna make a new one. And I was
that game was fun. I want Mech Assault.
Fucking flying around in the gyro and annoying people, but being a fucking glass cannon because you can pick on them and get away. But if you got hit, you just fucking.
Yep.
Yeah.
So dope.
A House of Glass
Such
cannon.
a good game.
A House of Glass cannon. Mm-hmm.
That's what you got to do when you play Destiny. You got to make a House of Glass cannon build.
It's kind of what I ran.
Okay.
All agility hunter.
There you go. Okay, you already did that.
I already did that.
You guys know what voxels are?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it a lot. I'm not entirely familiar.
So take a pixel and render it in 3D space. So
Minecraft.
So one voxel is a 1 by 1 by 1.
Mm-hmm.
They're smaller than Minecraft. To the point that I saw a demo on YouTube today where a guy had a fully destructible environment. So where like he threw a wall down and the wall hit the smoke and made the smoke pile up, and then he cut a hole in that wall and the smoke went through.
I've seen that demo. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah. So it's particle systems are easier because everything's all one. There's no polygons. It's like a living mesh that everything's made out of. It's pretty interesting. The reason I bring that up is because the first Comanche back in the 90s I don't know, but was voxels back in the day, back when voxels were fresh.
Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't polygons. It was just. It's really weird. It's like a mashed potatoes pile of pixels makes a 3D object. It's really strange. It's a strange technology, but
we're still using it.
Yeah, I'll try to find what that game was that I saw on YouTube. It's gonna be impossible to find, but I think voxels are coming back. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, maybe. What'd you guys think about Predator Hunting Grounds? That asymmetrical multiplayer game that looks like Evolve, but rather than playing a monster, you play a different monster. You play Predator.
I would go less Evolve and more
Dead by Daylight, Friday
Dead
13th.
by Daylight, and Friday the 13th because it's the team that made Friday the 13th.
Yes, that's true.
When I heard the music in the chopper, I was immediately giddy because I love that movie. I thought that was great, and then the gameplay looked kind of chunky.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, you have. I showed it to you and the kids. I showed it all you kids together
Oh, okay.
at one point when you were way too young to watch that movie.
Okay.
Okay. As uncles are wont to do.
Yo, dude, we watched Rain of Fire and Saving Private Ryan in one night, and they were both rated R, and I was like, oh yeah, secrets.
Yeah, Rain of Fire is a soft R. That's a great movie.
That movie's dope.
That movie's ridiculous.
The gameplay looked chunky. It looked dated. You know, it didn't look cutting edge.
Chunky Beam?
You know, but it just looks it looks dated. It didn't look like a game that's coming out this year. So I don't know. If it's fun, it's fun, right? People play Dead by Daylight and all that stuff, but
Yeah. What? So the big one, right? I guess before Death Stranding and that weird ass Norman Reedus piss game.
I've been waiting all day to say this. Norman Reedus. That's my joke. That's all I got. Thank you. Let's move on.
Continue, Caleb.
Yep.
No,
Yep, all right.
yeah, no. Gears showed its camp. Oh my, I'm dying.
Smoke
Showed its campaign reveal,
Yep.
and fuck, man, that shit looks lit. Sarge,
That's what I
you
heard.
did, homie.
I'm excited.
I saw him go.
I'm actually excited too, but I did not watch that trailer because everybody was talking so much about it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So-
you found out it was good, and you were like, cool.
Yeah.
Don't need to worry about it
Yep.
then.
Everybody, Cliff Bleszinski said everybody's asking me to save the Gears franchise, but he
But
says
did you see that fucking trailer?
after seeing this trailer, he says he thinks it's in good hands.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is kind of a slap in the face to 4. But you know, gamers be like, but yeah, I'm sold. And Tech, my Xbox buddy, is gonna play through 4 with me because I never finished it, and I know Caleb, you haven't either. So maybe you
I'm
can be our
playing through
third.
all of them before it comes out. I'm gonna
Yeah, I don't know if
start
I'm
from
gonna
the
have
beginning.
time, but I would really like to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. As soon as we finish Halo, just move on to Gears.
As soon as we finish 3 more games, sure.
The release of the Halo Reach character pack though looks
That's
Yeah.
pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
exciting.
I do enjoy that.
Yep.
Especially, I mean, they've got the Terminator pack too, so that's pretty cool.
And they've got the original
Uh,
voice actors from the people that played Kat and Emil. So
That's
like
cool.
they were like, we called these 2 people we haven't talked to in 10 years, and we're like, yo, you wanted these characters again? Like that's dope.
Yep.
Which I mean, that's got to be hype for Reach coming out in September too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Like you're playing Gears and you're like, oh, these Reach characters, and then 343 is like, here's
So-
Reach.
Reach is Reach already backwards compatible?
It is, yes.
So what are they? Why the delay? What are they doing to it?
They're updating it to 4K,
You're giving it the
and it's
Master
coming
Chief.
out. It's coming out with all of Master Chief is 4K updated, so that you can play it on a fully updated PC rig or
Yep.
the Xbox One X, and it's coming out on PC as well. So they're optimizing it for PC.
So it's actually getting a facelift.
Yes, it's
Yep.
going to look better, and it's going to run 60 frames per second.
Interesting.
Yes,
What would that look like?
probably smooth as butter.
You think it'll look like Halo 4 good?
No,
I guess.
they're not going to update the graphics. They're just
Yeah.
making like when they did Borderlands, they gave it the 4K pack. It didn't make Borderlands look better. It made it crisper and made it run smoother.
Yeah. But Borderlands is cel shaded, so that's kind of a bad example. But okay.
Right, but they didn't improve any of the visuals other than making them able to be played in 4K resolution.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise you'd be upscaling to the max and it'd be blurry as shit.
You think Reach will hold up?
Yeah. I hope so, because I'm so excited. I don't want to be let down. I mean,
Oh, you're
going
gonna
through
you're
them
gonna love
right now,
it.
and
You're gonna love
ODS
it regardless.
We're going through them right now, and ODST was the one I held in the highest esteem. And like as we're going through it, I'm like, man, this game's so fucking good. Every mission ends, and you go back to the rookie at night trying to piece everything together, and that fucking jazz score fucking swells in, and I'm like,
Mhm.
this
it
game's
was
so
a
fucking
well-constructed
good.
game. I'd never noticed until this playthrough how freaking janky the animations were.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
hand animated,
Yeah,
no mocap.
No mocap.
Yep.
And it was so everything was exaggerated and goofy and unnatural. But you know, whatever.
So were games back in the day. Ryan, I had a moment when we were playing through Halo 3, remembering that we beat Halo 3 at Amanda's house in high school.
Yep.
And
We were hanging out over
when-
there for like all day.
Yep, and
just
when
playing that.
they jump through the portal and Chief gets left behind, we were like,
What?
He's dead. He's
It's
dead.
over.
What the fuck? And then the next cutscene was him being left in space, and I was like, oh my god.
Somebody
How do
get
I
him.
go on? Yeah.
Somebody go get him.
Someone go
Bring him
get him.
back.
Bring back Chief, please. And then we got him back in Halo 4, like 5 years later. What else? Everspace 2 looked kind of dope.
Anybody else play that?
I never did, no.
No,
you
I
did,
never-
though, for a little bit, right?
I was playing it the last few weeks. It's pretty interesting. It's a roguelike. Pretty boiled down arcade space shooter. Try to get as far as you can without dying. It's pretty brutal when you start because you're bare bones.
Yeah.
But each life you get a little bit more armor, a little more firepower, and you last a little longer. I have a really hard time with roguelikes. Because
Oh,
of
they're
the
discouraging
difficulty.
as fuck.
Yeah, because of the difficulty.
Yep.
Like I never got anywhere close to. Well, that's not true. I almost beat FTL on easy, but I've never beat FTL. So
I haven't either. That makes me feel so much better.
yeah.
I haven't beat into the
or
breach yet. either.
Rogue Legacy. I never really got far in that. But I had like hundreds of deaths. So I don't know. I'm just not a very hardcore gamer. I can't do games that are difficult. I don't have the patience or the time to get good. Apparently. So.
GITGUD.
What did we think about the Avengers gameplay?
Very unimpressed. It looks like literally every other game that's ever been made, all mashed into one. And
It looks like Borderlands?
it looks
being
like an
dick. I'm
action
being
adventure
dick.
game. It looks like every action adventure game ever made. Doesn't look like Tetris matched up with Need for Speed. I'm just saying, like it doesn't look like anything special. And
Yo, that sounds dope.
That sound
no,
dope.
it doesn't.
That's Burnout's total destruction mode.
Anyway,
Ben's
like
no.
Twitter's
Yeah,
all lit
yeah,
up.
We're good.
Twitter's all lit up about like how the Avengers are murdering these poor soldiers. Like the Hulk picks up two guys that are like, "Oh my God, please don't!" He goes and mashes them together. Like Jesus Christ, is this Marvel Black? Like, is this like the Dark Edition?
Marvel
like,
Knights.
yeah. That's what it was. So that's fucking brutal. That's cool. Like Wolverine kills people and. The villains
Wolverine's
kill-
never really touted as a super good guy. He's kind of a dick.
I mean,
Well,
I
he-
watched
he
the
was in charge of
beginning
the
of Winter
X-Men school
Soldier
for a
the
while.
other day, and I saw Captain America kick a guy into the side of a boat and literally break his back.
Oh,
That guy is-
pulverized dude's
Yeah.
like,
spine.
he broke his sternum by kicking him, and then he hit the freaking wall and broke his spine.
And then
like,
fell.
dude, they're
fell-
Hydra.
like,
they're
and then
bad
fell-
people.
And then
They're
fell 10
Hydra.
stories into the ocean. Yeah, what if these guys are bad guys?
Yeah.
Bad guys are still gonna shit their pants when Hulk picks them up. And
Doesn't mean they're a bad guy.
Yeah.
I am bad guy. Doesn't mean I'm bad guy.
But it looked really boring and stupid. And the fact that it's not the multiplayer is not what we're expecting, and it just looks real cookie cutter. It looks
Yeah.
like it was designed by a committee. The characters look like the movie versions, but they're not. Like they pick the same characters that are in the movie for some reason, as if Marvel's got like a limited,
But Miss
roster
Marvel's
to
gonna-
choose from.
But Miss Marvel's
Like
gonna be in this one.
They took
Okay,
notes with the crayon.
Miss Marvel or Captain
Is that
Marvel?
how it looks?
Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
The single player game you're gonna play as Miss Marvel, the Pakistani chick that just got added
Kamala
to Marvel.
Khan.
Yeah, Kamala Khan. And you're gonna be going around and finding them after they go to ground after Cap dies.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I don't think I know enough yet to completely disavow it or whatever. But it just looks really uninteresting so far.
Apex did, or not Apex, but Anthem did Iron Man better than this game.
I mean, that's not a lie. Anthem was the Iron Man sim. That
Yeah.
was about it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's
Warframe did it better.
still the best part of that game. Is the flying.
You
around.
fly around like Iron Man in Warframe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can.
Mm-hmm.
In the new open world area.
That's with an
Oh.
Arcwing.
Caleb's
Okay.
definitely going to play
Iron Man don't have wings.
Warframe for the first time now.
You can fly in a robot suit.
But Anthem's literally fucking Iron Man. It's not even super creative. It's like, oh, you got hand and foot jets.
Yeah, but it sucks. And you land after 20 seconds.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I'm not saying.
Not if you
You
dive.
can't fix the cooling system to fucking fly.
But I can't
No, dude,
hover
like-
forever. Have you seen Iron Man? He doesn't get tired. It's like a Spartan that can't run. What is this shit?
I am overburdened.
Yeah.
Max inventory space.
Yeah, maxed out. What else did you guys see that sounded or seemed or felt?
Iron Harvest.
Oh yeah, that's that.
Is that a farming game?
Oh god damn.
Yes. Yes. It's just like Farming Simulator, except you're farming metal.
Is it like 19 or 1890 or something?
1920.
Like that?
1920, yeah.
Oh,
It's
dude! So you can you get to pull a plow with like an hell yeah! I'm all about that shit. No. Move on.
No, so Iron Harvest.
World
is
War
like,
One with robots.
Yeah, Iron Harvest is like Command and Conquer.
Not
with
as fun.
Steampunk robots. Your green screen's trying to kill you. Man, what else got announced that sounded interesting? Like, there's a lot of stuff that came across the screen that I was like, all right. Humankind, which is Sega's Civilization competitor.
Yeah.
That trailer is fucking wild, dude.
I like the
Caveman-
first part, but as soon as I went to gameplay, I'm like, brr, brr.
Yeah.
The caveman DJing in space. Like,
Yeah, that was awesome.
What is this shit?
They should have made the game look like that.
I want a game where I play a DJ Cro-Mag.
DJ Hero.
Yeah, dude.
DJ Hero was dope.
I think the only other thing I saw that I'm equal parts excited for and equal parts bummed out at would be Darksiders Genesis.
I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued to play it. I was really hoping to get the standalone Strife game.
Which might still happen.
Yeah, it could totally still happen. I would have loved to see him introduced.
If this has the cool ass cutscenes that the series is known for,
yeah,
and you get 4-player co-op with the 4 Horsemen, and it's got platforming and combos, it might actually be pretty cool.
Well, they're only doing 2-player co-op, so unless they add the other Horsemen in, right now it's only War and Strife.
Okay, that's
and then
strange.
in the single player campaign, you can switch back and forth between them freely, which that sounds kind of interesting. I like that series. I like the subject matter, so I'll give it a shot.
Did you play Darksiders 3 last fall?
No, I haven't played it yet.
No, I didn't play either. It was really interesting. The studio head who didn't survive THQ's collapse,
Liquefaction.
formed a new group. His name is Joe Madureira. He used to be a comic guy.
Yeah, he made Battle Chasers Night War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man,
And
that
a really
game,
awesome series called Savage Wolverine. It's beautiful. But he made this new studio to make this game, and he was really forward and honest with everybody. He's like, we're a small studio, we don't have a lot of money, this is the best we can do. We can do a top-down twin-stick dungeon crawler. That's it. It's all we can afford.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was really honest about it, which is pretty interesting. So,
And who knows if it's
gonna be one of those
successful,
movies that knows what it is, which tends to maybe breed success. We'll see.
Yep.
Right?
And if it's successful enough, maybe we will finally get the 4-player co-op action adventure game. They've said that too. I think that was one of the things that Joe Mad said. Is he was like,
God, how is that possible?
"Look, I really want when we made the first Darksiders and we had the fucking other 3 falling from the sky. That was because we wanted to make a game where all 4 of them are running around together.
It's gonna feel like it needs to feel like a 4-player Devil May Cry Prince of Persia, with people just jumping all over the place and doing all crazy abilities, which is what Avengers should feel like. But you guys want to spend the next 40 minutes talking about Death Stranding?
Death pissing. I mean, we could.
Good one. You nailed it.
Fuck off, buddy.
Dude,
Jesus Christ.
The whole scene with the baby threw me off. I was like, what is he's consoling
That's
his
what threw
baby,
you
and
off?
you get the rock. You get the I mean, I don't enjoy the game at all. I haven't liked the idea of it at all. But you can rock the baby, and whenever he falls off the cliff and lands on his stomach, I was like, oh, that's great, perfect.
Oh no!
That baby's head's too small.
I have one thing to say about the game.
What's up?
It's a Kojima game. That's it.
Yep.
Don't try and figure it out.
Explain. I don't
That
know.
doesn't
What
that
you
doesn't
mean.
work for me though. I could only play a few hours of Metal Gear 5, and I just went.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I eventually just went, fuck it.
Yeah, it's yep.
Just like my camera.
Okay. Your camera's like, yeah, I'm good with that. I agree with you. Every time I watch a trailer for that game, and every time I watch something about it. I'm just like, man, this dude is so off the deep end with what he's creating. I can't even begin to fathom how that story comes together. And
See,
ties.
I have a really hard time saying the same thing because I know how much of Metal Gear Solid 5 he got fucking elbowed out of. And I don't mean to say that like he would have made everything make sense from the beginning, but maybe the game would have made more sense when you got to the end.
Right. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a Kojima game, and his stories are very, very abstract. Is what I'm getting at. So,
every time it feels like they give Kojima a little bit more artistic freedom, it gets more batshit, and I hate it more. I liked the original Metal Gear Solid. That was his magnum opus to me.
Yep.
Because it was a little bit batshit and a little bit wordy, but it still felt like tight, like a Jerry Bruckheimer like The Rock experience.
Yep.
And then they did the Twin Snakes remaster on GameCube, and they HDified it, and it got just a little more batshit, and I like that too. And then
Snake Eater.
No, 2 came out where you played Raiden the whole time. That was stupid because your girlfriend was calling you like, I'm pregnant, and you're running around naked and all this stuff, and it wasn't Metal Gear anymore. Snake Eater apparently was a return to form, but you still had like naked chicks and guys who were crying and on fire and whatever. I never finished that one either. But yeah, I he's lost me completely. I just don't care anymore. And number 5 was a complete batshit experience and too much talk and too much melodrama, and it's just like somebody needs to reel this guy fucking in. But then maybe not, because I know I don't like David Lynch much either, and everybody I do know that loves David Lynch loves this shit. Yeah. So like they're all about this stuff that doesn't make sense because they get to feel edgy and on top of it. And they understand it perfectly. And
I love David Lynch, and I don't have any interest in this game. Yeah. The more I see it for it,
I've never seen Twin Peaks, but I can't stand everything I've ever seen of David Lynch, and I've seen a lot.
I'm so fucking down for this game. I'm the only person on this podcast that's like, "Yep."
Why? What about the game, or you just want his cutscenes?
I want all of it.
But what about the game?
He wants the P.
I want all of it. It looks so.
What about the gameplay is interesting to you?
It doesn't look like anything I've ever done.
Run around a landscape with a baby?
I've never. In fairness, I've never done that.
I've never done that.
Yeah. Well, there's Ico where you run around with a girl, a defenseless girl.
It looks like it's like heavy on exploration and telling a story with its environment, and it's convincing enough to make like Troy Baker, Guillermo del Toro, and Norman Reedus go, like, this dude's a fucking genius. So like, who am I to be like, no, this is dumb.
It sounds masturbatory.
Go watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That shit's masturbatory.
I understand, and that's why I'm not interested.
This looks like it has a purpose. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. When I got to the end of that movie, I was like, "Who the fuck is this? Who was it? What was this for?"
I see all the directors like Edgar Wright going, "This is the best movie ever made." That's who it was for, right?
Yeah.
Edgar Wright said that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is the best movie ever made.
No, but like he gave it all high marks.
Yep, very high marks.
Yep. And I keep seeing people in my Twitter feed saying, I just went back and saw it for the 3rd time, and it's still great. So,
maybe I need to go see it again. Yeah. I went into it expecting... I went into that movie expecting something as much as I went into Prometheus expecting a prequel to Alien.
I keep seeing all the people who actually knew Bruce Lee in person saying they pissed all over his legacy. So, you know what? I think I'm good. I don't care. I don't care about that movie. But anyway.
He's he's in that movie for like 5 minutes. No, Death Stranding to me is very like... It looks like it's telling a story to me. And yeah, we still don't know what the BTs are. And we don't have a great idea of them. We got a little bit more here, but he's being deliberately fucking vague with that, because I think it's a big part of the fucking story.
As an adult gamer with a family,
uh-huh,
can you sit around and not play games for 40 minutes? Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't think I can. You know, like... I know I have some nights where I play for 5 hours. Most of the time it's 2 or 3. And if 40 minutes of that is chewed up in a cutscene and I can't talk to my friends in the party because of it, this is not... I don't know. I don't know how...
Yeah, this is a game that I will watch somebody stream.
Yeah.
And enjoy it just as much as if I were playing it, and I probably more so.
Like the gameplay, I don't know. the game. Actually, I love exploration. I really do. I love hunting down collectibles and finding things and stuff like that. But if I can't run too hard because the baby will cry and I got to rock it to sleep, that sounds stressful as fuck. That does not sound fun to me. So I can't freely explore because there's a baby on my chest? No.
He jumped off a cliff to aggravate the baby, so it sounds like it's a little harder than just running around. He ran around the whole gameplay footage trailer bit we saw, and then he walked off a cliff to get it to react. And we've also seen other gameplay where he's in like fist fights or fighting with.
I'm sure after every combat scene, you've got to calm the baby down for sure. For sure. Falling off a cliff jars. It's
sure
this little water baby. Then I'm sure a fist fight will too.
But there's also I think there's also something to say that like that building that kind of relationship between a character and whoever that kid is or whatever the significance of that kid is something the games haven't really done. I haven't ever had to calm a kid down after murdering a bunch of people. That might be fucking interesting to me.
I think falling off a cliff would take more than about 2 seconds to calm the child down, though.
It was a fucking gameplay trailer at a show.
Yeah,
and if shows show us anything, it's that what they do is almost always out of context.
Yeah, at some point
they did something to spur a reaction so you can see it.
How does a baby cry in water?
That's why this game's fucking bananas to me. I don't understand how any of this is working. Why did she give birth to a baby on the other side that's floating above her, tethered to her? Like, that's fucking crazy to me. I want to know why.
Yeah, I mean,
why is Troy Baker the leader of a terrorist organization that's trying to the people on the other side against the people? Like, why? For what gain? Like, that's interesting to me.
Yeah, it's definitely got interesting concepts. It's just like I said, I'm not going to play. I just can't see myself playing this.
I mean, look at Control and look at Detroit. What was it? Almost Human.
Detroit Become Human.
Becoming Human, and then any Remedy game for that matter. Or I don't know. Just think of games. The walking simulator, the Viking one, right, about mental health. Like, think of all these games.
Oh, that game's so good.
Yeah,
that game's not a walking sim.
Yes, it is. It's got action bits.
You fight people.
Right. Anyway, the first 40 minutes of that game is walking. Get out of here. So,
I mean, ask Eric. He played all the way through it. Is it a walking sim?
I played as much as I could. It was too slow. I couldn't do it.
Nah,
but anyway,
I have a special connection to that game though. So
yeah,
you know.
But all the other examples I gave you. No, that game too. Fuck it. My opinion aside, look at all these different ways of telling story, and none of them take the controller out of your hands. And Kojima, I think, would much. It just seems like he's more interested in telling a story than making a game. Obviously, and he's been like that for decades. And the gameplay is not going to be the highlight of this game. It might not be worth playing. It might be a really cool story, but the gameplay is going to be like the least fun aspect of it. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough yet. But
I don't think we know enough yet. We've barely seen.
Then shame on him.
Or it's on purpose. Or it's on purpose. You just said you didn't watch a trailer earlier because you were like, I don't want to know. Like maybe he's like.
That doesn't apply to this one.
That's subjective though, right? I think.
No, I'm saying I didn't avoid trailers for this game, so my opinion's not based on things I haven't seen. I've seen everything there is to see, and it looks like he just wants to tell a story. Gameplay be damned.
I think
set your controller down, make a drink, and enjoy his little fairy tale.
I think that's an interesting point, though, Ben, and we could probably spin this off into another topic. Is there a game though that would interest you enough to where the gameplay was overshadowed by the story to the point where it was acceptable? Right? I know you're not getting that from this game, right? But if the story was intriguing enough to you, would the gameplay then fall behind? Because I think that's a lot like what Kojima does in a lot of his games, right? Is so hell-bent on telling this amazing story that the gameplay, and that definitely that's the experience I took away from Metal Gear Solid 5, was he was hell-bent on the story, and then you had gameplay tied in.
Was that story great?
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was great by any means, but that's the way it felt to me. It was the story was there, and the gameplay was just kind of there to aid the story along, not really enhance.
I liked Metal Gear Solid 5 story a lot.
I did, but if you compare it to the other Metal Gear Solid games, I don't think it was the strongest
Well, so yeah,
by
it's
any
also
means.
it's also a prequel, which
Right.
is literally people scooping from the bottom of the barrel.
Yep, exactly.
Like the bad guy in Metal Gear Solid is the guy you play as in Metal Gear Solid 5.
Right.
You are Big Boss.
I'm trying to think
finding
of,
out why Big Boss is the way he was cool to me. But
if you go back far enough in the annals of video games, that you're going to have a game that was terrible, but you kept playing it because the story was good, right?
did you like Asura's Wrath? That was all cutscene. The gameplay part of that game was
They were
no-brainer. It was all
QTEs.
QTEs.
They were QTEs.
Yeah, there you go.
QTEs.
Shitty gameplay, but the cutscenes were fun, and you enjoyed watching that game more than
I was ready to
playing
fight that analogy, but that's a pretty good one. And I want to play that game again real bad. That game was incredible.
Yeah, so maybe it's not that he's not making a game at all. It's that he's making a specific type of game that has to appeal to you more out the gate for you to invest in it.
I'm turned off by his batshit banana pants, like the hero worship that follows that. Not hero worship, but people idolize Hideo Kojima, the god of video games, and I don't see it. He does. I don't think he deserves that. He's not Miyamoto. He's not. You know what I mean? Like, that's the god of video games, but he's not there. So
What did Miyamoto make?
Mario and Zelda.
So Mario hasn't changed in 25 years?
Bullshit, it hasn't. Come on.
Do you own a Nintendo?
No.
Why not?
Because I picked the one system that all my friends play.
Oh, see, I didn't own a Nintendo for years because I played Mario.
I want to play Breath of the Wild so fucking bad. And when Metroid comes out, I want to play that too.
Sure.
If I would play the Mario games, I think they're really not for me anymore.
Okay.
They are if they are, but for me, they're not.
Yeah, I want to.
If any adult wants to play Mario, then go for it. It's definitely a breath of levity.
The Wild. Oh, damn.
And fun, but that's not me.
What were you going to say, sorry, Eric?
I was going to say the only reason I would get any type of Mario game at this point is because I have young children.
Yeah.
I think, to Ben's point, I respect what Miyamoto did for the industry and what Nintendo is continuing to do. But yeah, I can't see myself buying a Switch or any Nintendo product at this point to say, I'm going to sit down and play Mario 64, Jesus.
Right.
Any Mario game.
If they remastered Mario 64, I absolutely
maybe,
would play that.
Maybe. I also want to play Breath of the Wild. I just can't bring myself to say I'm going to.
Tech's absolutely right. But I'm also not a super hardcore Dark Souls gamer that wants to torture myself with games like Mario Maker, so I'm not interested. But when it comes to Galaxy and the Mario branded adventure games, those just aren't for me. But It really does seem like Breath of the Wild is multi-generational for every generation of gamer, and I really want to play that a lot.
This will be my last thoughts on Death Stranding. I'm super fascinated by the idea of Kojima as video gaming's auteur, because there's not many people you could say are that, right? Auteurs in film are all over the place. When the Coen brothers touch a thing, it's a Coen film. And it feels like the Coens directed it and wrote it and produced it and cast it and did all that. And there's nothing like that in games with the consistency of Kojima. Kojima's had a game style and a voice, as batshit as it may be, and an influence since Metal Gear Solid. And that's 30 years. That's kind of a big deal. And I'm interested to see how that evolves the same way I'm interested to see how Linkin Park evolves. I was a fan in the beginning, and as it changes, it's interesting to see how it changes, because it's interesting to see something that games just doesn't fucking do. Death Stranding is so fucking weird that you can't lump it into anything else. Conversation's been trying to compare it to something else so we can say, oh yeah, I would play that because it's like this, and it's not like anything else. And the half of this conversation earlier, you even said that half people on the stage were like, you're gonna do something in this game you've never done before. Kojima pretty frequently delivers on that.
Carry a baby around on your chest.
Yeah. And
it's
as
Not
weird
that
as
low.
weird
I
as
do
those
it like I do it like daily. It's not that bad.
as weird as those mechanics
Shit,
as weird as those
please.
mechanics may be, if he can develop those mechanics into the story so that they make sense with what's happening in the game, like that's pretty fucking cool.
I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. I do like my single player games still. You know, God of War, Spider Man, all that stuff. You know, but I just don't feel like I'm set for those long ass cutscenes of just sitting around. I feel my phone coming out. I feel my attention span falling off, and I feel like just it'll be a slog. But I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll
Yeah,
see.
we'll see.
feel like
Maybe-
I'd
maybe
have
it'll be a
more
me
fun
and
on
Kim
Farming
experience.
Simulator.
Sure. Or be like Moonstar, where you've got like Mario on the Switch while something else is happening on the Xbox. You'd be like,
Yeah, every time you guys travel somewhere in Warframe, he's like,
yeah.
Yep.
Someone got bored.
But maybe it'll be a me and Kim experience. A lot of times, if a game's really cinematic, like Uncharted, you know, me and Kim can play it. And she
Sure.
gets something out of it too. She loves Mads Mikkelsen and Norman Reedus, so right,
Yeah,
shit, and Del Toro. So yeah,
Yep.
we'll see.
yeah. We don't even know who the fuck Mads is.
Right. Well, it looks like he's the team of that Death Squad. He's the team leader of that.
Yeah,
Death
but the
Squad.
last trailer, he's the one talking to the baby, and he's acting like the baby's you. And at the end of the trailer, he says you can go anywhere, even the moon. Fuck does that mean?
Are there wizards?
Yeah, the wizards from the moon. Hot take. Fucking Peter Dinklage was great as Ghost.
Yeah, better as Ghost. I'd say better.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
He was fucking great.
I prefer Dinklebot.
He
Sarge?
sounds like a robot. He is a fucking robot. So
Yep.
dumb. So dumb. Eric, you said Sarge. Sarge, what did you want to ask him?
I know. I was just gonna see if Sarge had an opinion on that, but then I remembered.
Sans Destiny.
Gotta play that Destiny, bro.
Sans
There's no
Destiny.
better time to get in, right?
But even
now.
if he were to go back and play, he'd have no reference
God.
on.
I have no friends to play with.
Well, no, not even that. You just have
Oh,
no.
you can play with my
to play.
grandma. She's playing through right now.
You'd have no reference on Dinklebot, right? Because
That's also true. They completely
Yeah,
removed
because they
him.
completely removed him.
That's so
close to
shitty.
very close to Dicklebonk, I might add. But
Dinklebot and
Dinklebot?
Dinklebonk. The Dinklebot.
So dumb.
Oy.
I can't believe we had that fucking conversation and you changed your gamer tag that night. You were just like, all right, let's go.
I've done it twice now. So,
You gotta do Captain Calcium next.
oh, that'll be my Smurf account.
That'll be the callback account. Ah, shit. Anything else that happened at Gamescom that we... Watch Dogs Legion showed off some RTX amplified footage where if you have the graphics chip turned up, all the water has real reflections in it, and that's whatever.
Those cards are unbelievable. We haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what the 2080 Ti is capable of yet. Like, it's unreal. Not
You know,
even-
seeing like a series of puddles on a London alleyway,
Yeah.
all reflecting light
Yep.
in
Are we
linearity.
excited for that?
It's a level of fidelity the games haven't had. So yeah,
Are you so excited that you're gonna like take your character and walk and look down just to see a reflection on it?
believe it or not, some people see beautiful shit in games, Ryan, and stop and go, "Fuck, that's pretty."
I can go outside and do that.
God damn. Yep, Eric, I'm with you on this. High five.
Cyberpunk 2077 is coming to Google Stadia. That's pretty cool. That was announced.
It's cool.
Cyberpunk showed some new stuff too. There's like 100
God, that
and
yeah,
140
that's
screenshots. that are
screenshot
just-
gallery, man, is just like,
Whoa.
oh, good night. Every
all
bit
the
of it.
guns look great. All the character
Yeah.
modifications look great. The cityscapes look great.
All of it. All of it.
And they're
looks-
screenshots.
Yep.
So good.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game. I'm excited to see, we talked about games coming out next year a little bit. And I know we've touched on this before, but it's interesting because anything coming out in the spring or, early summer next year is just going to it's going to be interesting to see how they get replaced by whatever the next generation of consoles is from a graphic fidelity standpoint. I don't think it's going to be a huge step up immediately unless you can afford the systems to build around the consoles.
Sure.
But I'm excited to see how things like Cyberpunk get a re-release or they just unlock part of the code that has that graphics pack in it, because I can't imagine they're not building that already.
Oh no, that game will be 8K ready when it launches.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more excited to see how many games get the fuck out of the way of Cyberpunk. The same way Red Dead controlled fall last year and Call of Duty, even Call of Duty was like, we're releasing in November, not October.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see if Watch Dogs pushes itself further away, or if it delays beyond, or what games move around it, because I can't imagine April's going to have any contenders.
Right.
So in wrapping up, because we're coming up on time, real quick, everybody, what's your most favorite and least favorite things you saw at Gamescom? We'll start with Ryan.
Need for Speed Heat is my favorite. Or Gears. Those two.
Those two. Okay, what's your least favorite? Farming
Destiny.
Simulator League. Yo,
That's
guys, there's a
Not
competitive
gonna fucking lie.
esport farming simulator. It's
I don't know why I
fucking
didn't bring
bananas.
this up, dude. It's so fucking good. Like, it's fucking like it's bananas how it works. And I looked through, I watched a few YouTube, and it's pretty fucking decent. Like, not gonna lie, it's just I never would have thought it was in the
It's
league.
battle royale. They drop you
It's
on a
battle
farm field.
royale with
Nerdy Bits
Yeah.
Esports, Farming Simulator,
God.
first sponsored team
so weird.
right here.
Like they have plans on there's new metas of you get the fastest tractor, and if you drive to all the harvesters and you acquire all the harvesters, the other team immediately loses. Like, who fucking thinks of that shit?
I can't.
No, I mean, it's a good idea. You can't farm your field without harvesters.
I can't.
Like, all right.
Farming
The fact
Simulator
that farming
meta.
simulator is meta. Yeesh.
That's a meta.
Yeesh. All right, Eric. Favorite and least favorite.
My favorite was all of the competitive multiplayer stuff in Breakpoint. I think that was a miss for Wildlands releasing the PvP mode when they did.
Yeah, it was like 18 months later. Or something
Yeah, I
like that.
really liked the PvP. It was a really cool 4v4 tactical experience, but you and I talked about this a little bit off stream, Caleb, was you'd end up with one team just sitting in one side of the map, and you'd have to go either hunt them down, and they were hunkered up. I think the addition of the Battle Royale-esque circle in that mode where it's constantly shrinking, so you're constantly have to thinking about setting up points and then moving and covering is going to make that a really rich 4v4 experience with the classes and stuff like that. Least favorite, not Death Stranding. I'll give Kojima the respect on just being the industry icon. It was definitely just again the whatever Marvel's Avengers is going to be. I am still not seeing anything from what I would expect that game to be.
Yeah.
There. So.
Sure. Ben, favorite and least favorite.
I didn't really have anything that just completely blew me away. I'm intrigued by, Disintegration and Iron Harvest. Those are probably two and Kerbal Space Program. That's pretty cool. Nothing blew me away like, oh my god, I gotta have this. And my least favorite was everybody saying that their game is unlike anything we've ever played before. That's my least favorite thing about the show.
Sure.
And if anybody said the word Destiny, I didn't like that either. I'm just kidding. I'm just being grumpy.
Destiny.
But yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I like Jeff Keighley's presentation. I like him as a presenter. I think he's really coming to his own as a unifying force for video gaming. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Super excited for the Game Awards this year.
Mm-hmm.
They're always fun.
Yep.
We got to dress up in suits again like we did last year.
Yep.
Yeah, we did that. So we
that's
dressed
awesome.
up in suit and tie and hosted the stream. It was
I'll put up a green screen and then I'll put the show on the green screen so it looks like I'm there.
Yes, that would be dope. That would be dope.
Reporting live from Las Vegas. That's it. That's the end of the joke. Let's go.
Okay, I thought you were gonna
Okay.
keep going.
Nope.
You're good. My favorite is a tie between Ghost Recon and Disintegration.
Peace training. Oh.
Apparently there's a P meter too, just like Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be partially survival game, so you have to take care of functions and shit.
You gotta eat.
Hey guys, Ben doesn't like survival games or hard games.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah, so don't ask him to play PUBG or don't ask him to play a battle royale game because he'll get pissed and just leave.
I
And
won one with my nephew the other day, Isaac. First game we played, we got a victory. And he
Nice.
died, and I won the game.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Are you a convert now?
No, I mean I'm not awful at him. I just don't enjoy him.
Well, Apex?
It's cool. It's a good game.
No. I'm asking what game were you? What
Yeah, it
BR
was Apex.
It was Apex. Okay.
No, Ben was playing Fortnite.
Tech played PUBG with me. I'm not bad at him. I just don't. Yeah, I like respawning. Give me a game I can respawn. I am hot blooded. If you kill me, I want to get back and kill you. I want to hunt you down. Even if my KD's in the negative, just let me respawn. I don't like all this flying through space and looting for 30 minutes just to die immediately. Nah. Nope. Don't enjoy that.
Get good, homie.
Nope.
last time Ben rage quit from a battle royale. Tech said, "Just so you know, the right trigger shoots."
Oh.
It was real. I was like, "Don't do that." No.
It was like 2 a.m. We lost like 5 games in a row. All the deaths were really unceremonious and just bullshit. And I just stopped having fun. And I don't play video games till I have fun.
He pulled a Sergeant Sodium. He was just like, "Bye." We were like, "Damn." Okay.
I don't even say bye.
No, sometimes Ryan just turns off his Xbox, and you're like, "Hello, really? Cool," and then you just move on.
And then I text Caleb saying sorry.
Yeah. So my favorites are just between Disintegration and Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon's gonna fuck me up. I love stealth games. I love stealth military games. And until I get Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon's gonna be my.
I have a conundrum coming up.
Uh-oh.
If my career continues the way it is, I'm not gonna have a lot of time for games. So
I don't see the negative.
Most I'll be able to do is talk about them. So that's I don't know. It sucks. I'm not looking. There's too many games coming out. I already have a back catalog of games I've never even played. Right, and that's just gonna continue. So
Yeah, you just got to pare it down and turn the games that you can't play into Let's Plays that you watch while you do art.
Yep.
So out of the corner of your eye, rather than watching The Office for the billionth time, you're watching someone play through Death Stranding.
yeah, Yep. That might be how it has to be. So I think Eric's muted. I see a little icon on his thing.
Eric, speak.
Yeah, it's weird.
Speaking.
Well, we're not speaking through Discord anyway.
No, well, I can't hear him anyway.
No.
His lips moving. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, there's a mute signal in the top right of your window.
What?
Discord.
Oh well, move on.
Anyway, least favorite. I don't know. Fucking Humankind kind of was a swing and miss for me. I was like, oh shit.
I don't want to. I don't like the hit or miss aspect. If people are listening to us and the industry's listening to us, then I don't want to poo-poo on something that's not out. Despite the fact that I spent 40 minutes poo-pooing on Hideo, but he's a big boy. He'll be all right. But like as far as these little games that didn't get much love because they're a tactical civ builder, I wasn't interested about it either. But back when I used to write for games, it was a rule not to poo-poo on a game that's not out yet. So I'm gonna try to stick with that.
So we gotta edit about half of this podcast then.
Yeah.
You just shat all over a game for 30 minutes.
To recap, I'm not saying Death Stranding looks bad. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And to recap, I'm not interested in watching a game.
Unless it's the Shura's Wrath.
Might as well
That
make
game
it a
you
movie.
cannot put the controller down with the Shura's Wrath because all of a sudden you have to pound on the X button. So, that game does not count. And the combat in that game is awesome. Anyway. Yeah.
When we wrap up our show, we run through our bounties. We've kind of been talking about what's been going on this week already. So we'll do a quick hits bounties. We normally share what we've been watching, listening to, reading, or playing. And let's say pick 2 of those things since we're approaching time. And then we will move into our Smurf fact. Is Smurf in your chat, Eric?
Yeah. I don't know if
All right.
Did he not send you one?
Smurf, you guys send me a Smurf fact. He might have. I can back out and open it up because it's what I'm doing the show through. But Smurf, send me a Smurf fact through Discord. We'll get that done.
I didn't like last week's Smurf fact. You have to ramp it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't remember what last week's Smurf fact was.
He said he
That's
just
how
whispered
bad it
you.
was.
You just whispered me? Okay. Like the app whisper?
On Twitch.
Here's a smart fact. Yeah, I know. Here's your smart fact. Oh my god. Okay, so Sarge, bounties, go.
Farming Simulator, and I put like 15 hours into it this week already. I wasn't expecting to pick it up and play it again, but yeah, I enjoyed that one a lot. And taking care of baby, and she's got her weight up and everything. So
is that on PlayStation or?
No, it's coming out.
iOS, Android?
P stranding. Death stranded. I don't know.
Life standing. That's what we call it.
All right, Ben, you're up.
Well, I actually got to play Halo with the family. That was nice.
Noise.
That was one of my only gameplay experiences this weekend. Oh boy, I had another one. I might have to circle back. I haven't been able to play a lot. I'm deep into production on Butcher Queen, so I'm everything in my hopper is suffering. Still watching The Boys. We're almost to the end.
So good.
Just watched episode 6, which is awesome. But yeah, there was something else. I'll think of it before we're done here. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we played ODST for Proc Gens. That was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Eric, kicking it to you, bud.
I'm going to finally get into DMC 5, which is good. That finally came to Game Pass. I have a hard time buying games flat out that are $60 single player experiences now that Game Pass is out, and I have a good feeling that they're coming. So
Yeah.
we got that on Monday, shortly after the press conference was over. So I'm gonna
And
hop
Stellaris.
and Stellaris, which is good. Still working through my list of weekly podcasts. The new Noble Blood podcast was all about the Romanovs this week and how they were brutally murdered by the people who overthrew them in Russia, which was kind of interesting. Matt Best, he's one of the guys who started Black Rifle Coffee. His book just came out, so that's coming. I'm going to start reading that. When it comes, he talks about his time as a ranger and then as a PMC for the CIA for 5 years and business and all types of other cool shit. So excited to read that one. And then traveling for work next week. So yay!
Yay!
Where are you going this time?
I'll be back in Chicago next week. So client meetings land on Tuesday, meetings until 6, get up at 8 a.m. the next day, meetings until 6, out on Thursday. So
All right.
awesome.
Dope, man. Living the dream.
Whose dream?
Are we talking about nightmares here?
I mean, nightmares are dreams.
You're not wrong.
No.
I did think of my other one. I wanted to give a shout out to Cannon Busters. It's a new animated.
Oh, did you get back into
show.
it?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I did watch the 2 episodes.
Okay.
I still feel like it's worthy of a signal boost.
Yeah.
As its pedigree. The creator, LaShawn Thomas, I think that's his last name.
Yep.
Went to Japan to study anime, and then got a team together to build an anime specifically for representation. So it's a diverse cast because anime is not real good about that. So it's interesting. It's like a steampunk Old West mashup with crazy characters and interesting music.
And
a lot of Cowboy Bebop inspiration.
Yeah.
So I think if you love anime, you love it.
Yep.
But I have a tenuous relationship with anime, so I don't love it yet. But just like Stranger Things this season, apparently around episode 4, it gets really great. So.
Yeah, it gets when they it gets good. Keep watching. The exposition we spoke about drops off a little bit when it gives a little bit more action.
I still haven't watched Stranger Things.
I love the fact that there is a car that turns into a giant cow mech. Which is
I'm sorry?
awesome.
Yep, it's called what's it called, Bessie or something like that.
And he has to put quarters in to drive it, and then more quarters in to get it to turn into the mech. It's
like an arcade coin slot.
Yep.
Like,
it's great.
So, Sarge, you need that for your farm.
Nope.
No,
All right.
no
We're
chuckles.
good.
No chuckles. Fuck you guys. All
Eh.
right. I have been watching myself. No, I'm kidding. I have been watching Barry. I'm finishing up season 2 because it's Very good. If no one's watched Barry yet in this group, shame on you. I said you should, and you should watch it. At the
I
same
haven't
time, y'all
watched Game
said
of
Stranger
Thrones
Things was
either,
good.
so-
Y'all said Stranger Things was good, and I haven't watched that yet. So, whatever. And the wife and I, like I said, we've been playing CTR like crazy. I'm still on my MLB The Show kick. I play my PS4 mostly for MLB. Like, it's weird. It's like escapism at its purest, right? Because games are always kind of escapism. Like, I want to get out of this and go shoot some shit or whatever. And being able to play baseball with the Cardinal season, playing through the franchise mode, is just really fucking fun for some reason.
You
Like,
guys
I eat
make
it- I
fun
eat
of
it
me
up.
for Farming Simulator. It's really fucking fun.
I mean,
It's my escapism. I don't know.
it's a joke because of the way you deliver it. Like, I play Farming Simulator, soying them beans. Like, it's fucking funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
I don't shame you though. I would never kink shame somebody.
Jesus.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for bounties and most of the show. But before we wrap up, the fan favorite bit at the end of the show, Smurf Fact, where Smurf, one of our loyal listeners, long time, sends in a thing for us to read that's fun to know. So, was there a little jingle? Smurf Facts. Oh yeah.
2
I
weeks
need
in a
to-
row.
Hey man, it's going fucking strong. So this one, Smurf specifically said is to go with Kerbal Space Program. He spelled Kerbal wrong, but it's okay. I knew what you meant. Because it was mentioned earlier, he says, the fact is, water ice was once considered a rare substance in space, but now we know we weren't looking for it in the right places. In fact, water ice exists all over the solar system. Ice is a common component of comets and asteroids, for example. But we know that not all ice is the same. Close-up examination of comet 67P. Fuck you for putting these in here. It's comet 67P Churyumov Gerasimenko by the European Space Agency's Rosetta spacecraft, for example, revealed a different kind of water ice than what is found on Earth. Yo, we're gonna get hit by a fucking asteroid with extraterrestrial water ice, and it's gonna wipe out fucking sentient life.
Well,
It's
all
gonna-
the ice
it's
and the
gonna have the-
permafrost is melting, and like hundreds and thousands of year old bacteria is thawing out. So get ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
By the way. Oh, the Amazon. Oh, never mind. Amazon's on fire.
Amazon's on
Amazon's
fire.
on fire.
Yeah,
And Bezos is
that's a
still
different
unable
podcast.
to
Do you want
get.
to talk about that real quick?
Amazon's still unable to get. Bezos is still unable to finalize his divorce. I'm just kidding. Get it? Amazon fire.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Oh,
I'm with you.
okay, that's good.
It was good.
It always feels a little sleight of hand when someone's like, "Oh, that was good." Like,
That was
yeah,
good.
Was it though?
Pat on the back.
Yeah.
Now go back to your homework. Good job.
Yeah, basically. So if you want to, as you guys know, when we go live, we record the show and then we put that show together and put it out on podcast services. It comes out Friday mornings. If you want to catch that, you can find it on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Podcasts. Working on a new distribution platform, as suggested by Eric. I'm going to look into that tomorrow because I have nothing to do but work on some clerical shit. So that's dope. But if you want to go to the site to check out where we post all these things, you can go to nerdybits.com. If you want to look at podcasts, that's /listen after that. If you want to watch any of the streams and eventually some of the YouTube stuff we're putting up, it is /watch. If you want to read anything I write or anybody else writes, it's /read. And if you want to send in an email to the podcast so we can read your questions, because we want to build a questions section into this show,
I would love that.
send that into /contact. You go to /contact. There's a full email form you can fill out there. It comes straight to me, and we will start reading those on the show. Next week's episode is going to be about unionization. So if you want to have a question, if you have a question you want to have read, or if you want to be a part of that conversation, shoot something there. You can follow Nerdy Bits on social media at nerdy_bits on Twitter and _nerdybits at Instagram, and you can follow me everywhere it's important: Xbox, PlayStation, Instagram, and Twitter at Lubwub, LUBWUB. Ben, where can people find you?
See that? Where's the name?
Underneath you.
Bottom. See that name right there? Just put an @ in front of it, and then slap it on whatever website you go to, and chances are I'll be on that.
Dope.
Yeah. Just...
It was Sketch Sawyer for those of you who are listening to the podcast later and can't see
Yeah. Sorry.
it. No, you're fine.
Time for another radio visual.
Yeah. Eric, where can people find you, my friend?
Same description as Ben, at Hybrid Glass everywhere. You can pretty much find me. There also just To note, we do finally have choking on myself. We do have a Discord server. We're going to post that to the profile on the Nerdy Bits Twitter and Instagram, so that way you can get to it quickly if you want to join in the conversation after the podcast. Continue it going and just chat about video games and everything we're chatting about. Would love to have everybody hook up in that Discord and hang out and chat more.
Yeah, absolutely. The more the merrier, we say.
We do enjoy the company.
Yes.
Do we say that?
And if we hadn't thought about it, it would have been fine.
We do now.
We do now. Ryan, where can we find you?
Sergeant Sodion on Xbox, Twitch, Twitter, kind of, and Instagram.
So, hey, no one judges you for having a kid and not being completely upkept on your Twitch activity.
Yeah.
It's totally fucking fine, homie. You
Hey,
will
so-
come back eventually.
Since the gaming communities of all the games that we're playing lately are pretty small, if any of you play either Sea of Thieves, Elite Dangerous, or Warframe,
He's fucking ass. He's doing it.
please hit us up, and we will play with you. Especially since all of those games have a pretty steep learning curve starting out. So if you're a solo player and you're like you want to play those games but don't have somebody to play it with. I, for one, love breaking people in on either one of those games. So I would actually take time out of my day and join you on it. And Sea of Thieves, Warframe, or Elite Dangerous.
Beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I'm going to be kicking on the Xbox thing for stream. I don't. Anybody else going to be sticking around?
I believe I got some work to do. I would love to play. I don't know. We'll see where my mood goes.
All right, Eric.
It's
What are
already getting
you?
pretty late, so.
What are your plans for the night?
Don't know. I'm going to be on here in a minute, so
Sounds
we
good.
can hook up.
And Ryan, what are you doing? You going to bed or you going to play some games?
I'll play some games.
Sweet. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. This week we will hear this podcast on Friday, as always. And yeah, thanks. Peace.
Toodles.
Later.
Toodlays.
Toodaloo.
Stupid.
And the tragedies and set our spirits free. Together we can bring back home the ones who've lost and give them love and give them love. They can try to bring us down, but we know we're much too proud to lose faith. We have what it takes. 'Cause we are a new generation. 'Cause in this world there are no limitations. We can make our names live on through time and space.
Oh, yeah. Good show tonight. Always fun getting to the boys, talking games. I always enjoy it. Love getting back. We got a little pop in the Batman here. I like it. Little pop there. I don't know what I'm getting into. I don't think I want to get into Devil May Cry tonight because I don't have the time to get into that. May run some Apex for a little bit. Everybody keeps telling me that Remnant from Ashes is only $40, which makes that a really tempting purchase. Because that game looks super, super cool. If you guys haven't checked out Remnant from Ashes yet, I highly, highly recommend checking that out. I don't know what they're getting into. Yeah, let me go find out what, I don't even see Sarge online. Damn, this song's hot. And the new Monster Cat stock is just lit, man. So I've been kicking this idea around to kind of retweak some things on the stream. And actually, Devil May Cry has given me a bit of an inspiration on how I would want to do some redesigns with the way that they do their menus and flyouts and stuff. It's really slick and I really like it, and I could emulate it very, very easily. I got to figure out how to do something with this chat box. The thing that drives me nuts about the chat box is there's nothing really there. You know, it just kind of looks like it's sitting there. With that said, Sodium, thank you for those biddies right at the top of the stream. I appreciate that. All the PJ salt, baby. All the PJ salt. Smurf, if you want to get into some Apex, man, hop in. I'm not sure what they're doing. Hop on and we can run some Apex. Because I'm not getting into, I'm not getting into Devil May Cry tonight. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Network, get out of here. Network settings, fucking Xbox app. God, I hate the Xbox app sometimes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What I need is everybody to get the sweet streaming setup that I have that makes this jawline just pop. Just make it amazing. That way I can just run Discord 100% of the time. All right, there we go.
There we
I went to
go.
join the party and the Apex, it just crashed. Smurf
the
it.
Apex crashed. too?
No, I'm sorry, not Apex. The Xbox app will just fucking all over my
I'm happy that it's changing, but
harsh
I
my
need
vibe.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's changing, but I need them to fix the issues.
Well, you still have to run the companion app to join a party of people that are on Xbox. Ideally, what I would you can use the actual app.
Yeah, you can use Command G as long as they send you an invite. You can accept the invite from in there. It's just weird. It's not the same party system, and I don't know why they would not just use the same.
Smurf's hopping in. I'm not sure what Ryan's doing. I don't even see him online.
No, not yet. He might not actually end up online.
Yeah.
I'm down to play some Apex if that's what you're suggesting.
That is what I'm suggesting.
I also want to give fucking what's it called? Vigor a shot at some point.
Vigor's cool. I downloaded the game preview. It's fun.
It's free now. It's free to play now.
Yeah, it was free when I got it for game preview. It was they did a free weekend and I just happened to download it. It's the building mechanic is super interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm most interested about.
Yep.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, so getting the materials, and then there's a weight to what you're doing, whether you're going to be you have to really decide, are you going to push for the loot that comes down from the drop and get the good stuff, or are you going to make it out with all your materials and be able to do that. All right.
I love the change on the standard format.
Did Smurf say
Also,
he was coming, and that did Smurf say he was coming, and then fall asleep? Because that would be his MO.
It's funny that you and Smurf are so close, and Smurf lives in my area, and we don't hang
So
out that much.
I actually started playing games with Smurf. It was maybe a year or two before I ended up meeting you guys. It was, I don't even remember how I met. It was because that's back in the day. If you remember all the belligerents that I used to play with, Crazy Mofo, Ace of Spades, like all those guys back in the Call of Duty days. Somehow Smurf and then Thrawn Reborn got hooked up with them, and then I was just randomly in a Call of Duty league, and I just murdered in a match, and I just murdered all of them. And Crazy Mofo invited me to the party, and his plan was to just talk a bunch of shit. And then I joined, and I remember this story he told me many years later. He said he couldn't talk shit because I was just too nice of a guy, and that they ended up thinking I was just joining because I wanted somebody to play with, and then we all ended up playing, and then somehow everybody ended up getting connected.
That's dope. I wonder if Bob had anything to do with that.
Yeah, Bob was in there too, because then I met Bob, and then I started playing with Bob and Smurf because they went to college together, and then Ben, and that's when Ben came in, and then that's how I met you, and then we started playing. Why is he not? Why can I not see? Oh, there he is. Are you in the party, Smurf? Oh yeah, you are. He is. It says he's in here. Oh, here he is. Now he is. All right.
Yeah, the audio just came through. I don't know why.
That was weird. You weren't even showing online. It's strange. Lubwub? Wub? Invite to game.
Is he coming?
Yeah, Lubwub's
I'm here right now.
He's in, man.
Is he in the game?
Coming. He's coming, Mr. Wineman.
Right. Is yours 217, Bob?
What?
Your phone number, area code 217?
Yeah, it is. That was me.
I didn't realize that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I grew up in Illinois. I went to high school in Springfield. For those of you who want to know, I don't live there anymore.
Way to give out personal identifying information.
I mean, yeah.
What? Oh no. What is going on here? Are you bouncing around party? I don't understand what's going on.
Yep, that's exactly.
Are you not hearing me?
No. It's Smurf is going nuts.
Wait, are you guys ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready, baby. Always ready. I'm feeling good tonight, boys.
Always ready for what?
10 wins. 10 wins before we sign off tonight.
10 wins minimum?
10 wins minimum.
Oh wait, hold on. Store update? What was that?
I have no idea.
They're just the Iron
Crown
stuff.
items
They're
will be
gonna rotate
rotating to
to
the
this.
direct purchase. That's nice.
You got double mics again, Caleb. I don't know if you're...
Oh fuck. Hang on.
Technology's hard for him. You got
No, it's because I haven't muted my controller.
all the games, and then I'm ready for November when I get the notification that my Elite Series 2 controller has shipped. Because I am excited.
I really just want Ghost Recon.
For that piece of hardware.
So bad, dude. I want Ghost Recon so
What's up?
fucking bad.
You know why I'm excited for that piece of hardware? You guys really want to know?
Yeah, tell me. Tell me, Glass. I really
I'm going to tell you.
Lay it on me.
Not because we're getting an extra profile or the enhanced trigger locks or anything like that. It's the fact that we are getting adjustable tension sticks.
Oh my god. Oh, hold on. I need some
The
clothes.
arguably the best controller of the 360 generation was the Razer Anaconda. Same
Don't
frame
want none.
as a Xbox 360 controller. It only had two back buttons. That's fine. But you could click the right stick and the left stick to increase the tension. So it was awesome because you could create just a little bit of pull on your right stick, which just, oh, so good. So good. Makes
Yeah,
me
that sounds dope.
so nice. It is, it is the whole reason I maintained a 5.3 KD in Modern Warfare 3. I will put it on that. I don't know who I'm playing. I'm going to play Pathfinder. I'm really digging him lately. Actually, I should have looked at the challenges. Well, he's even better now that I figured out that you can control him while you're swinging. I just figured that out last week. I had no idea.
Oh, damn. So you just like pick your thumb off the left stick when you
Yeah,
grapple.
I would just grapple and he would go. And then now that I figured out you can like move the left stick, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I understand the appeal of this character now. I get it.
This is your champion.
Do you though?
I need to get my PC in a more soundproof housing because it's not a lot of audio, but it's enough audio.
I can't hear anything unless it's
That's
just
good.
right next to
That's
you.
good.
It might just be
I can
there and
just
you're
see
in
it
the room.
my equalizer.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's not coming through your mic. Where we going, baby?
That's good. I don't know. Let me know.
Take me there. I want to go there.
Yeah.
Lies below. Supply ship over there.
Okay.
Where fun never ends.
Ending in Skull
Oh, we're
Towns.
going after. Alright, we're supply shipping. Good.
I'm landing on the backside.
Yeah.
Ow.
I might be alone.
Shotgun ammo up here.
Might be G7 Scout here.
What's the thing you pinned over here?
G7 Scout and a Prowler.
I'll take the Prowler just because I don't want to fucking peek.
We are inside the ring.
We're riding this out to Holy Cow.
We can. Although the plane's gonna land there, so the flight path was there, so we can hop out and go to Repulsor if we want.
I mean, Circle's way over here, so we're outside of Circle now.
Yeah, let's hop out and go to Repulsor. Hop out back.
First blood.
A champion
Yes,
just
maybe.
fell.
Oh, there
They
you go.
must not be very good.
That's the first of many nights to go out.
Doesn't look like towers looted. I'm gonna head uphill towards that. Everything here's closed.
You killed
That's
a
weird.
witch.
You kill leader. I'll make sure they don't sneak up on us.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 2.
I need a light mag if anybody finds one.
All right.
I have a level 3 heavy.
Gotta hop up here. Skull piercer.
I picked that skull piercer up if somebody needs it. Oh, never mind.
I'm running light sniper if we find anything for it.
Yeah, I've got a G2 as well. Not anymore. I've got a stock for your sniper. I'm picking it up to bring it to you.
I just picked up a purple. You're good.
Alright.
Gotta hop up here.
Running the R400
A few
now.
more meters to the ring. And still a
Actually,
minute to
never
go.
mind.
Oh, nice.
What did you never mind the second time?
Yeah.
I'm in
Let's wrap
trouble.
around. Oh,
Shit.
snipe.
5 seconds.
Somebody
until
on
ring
me.
closure.
Body shields here. Level 3.
Is there any way to get to you guys?
I am
I'm
putting
gonna run back.
It's zipline
zip
time.
line at the end of the
30
bridge,
seconds
Smurf.
till ring closure. We are so close.
Hey, Eric, get over here.
Hostile spotted. Never mind.
Shit, they're on me.
Level 3.
Take my zip line right here.
Enemy spotted.
Yep.
You got space.
Almost there.
Leave
We're
the
close
pause.
to the ring.
I think they're fighting somebody.
Thanks,
Purple armor over here, guys.
Body shields here.
Glass. Yeah.
Level
You need
3.
it, Glass? Glass, you go get that purple.
Watch that zip line.
Yep.
Let them travel if you
Come
can.
on. I designed it to hurt
They gotta push
anyone
into us.
outside of it.
Yeah. Let them travel up if you can.
Recharging my shields.
Does anybody have sniper optics?
Nope. I have 0 sights. Someone's moving towards it now. Hide. Yeah, they saw us.
Delivering care package.
Care package on high.
23 armor.
Might be some enemy spotted. Target over there.
Hostile spotted.
Shields.
We don't have to fight them. We can move in.
You can.
Oh, nope. Team up here.
Got two water closer.
Reloading.
I cracked this Bangalore.
I have no stims at all, so I cannot give myself the help.
Anyone passes through here?
I am taking fire.
My shields.
Down here.
Hostile right here.
You can't dodge heavy artillery.
They down there.
Right?
They down the whatcha Bob?
The dragon.
No, that was a big fat guy's name. I can't remember his name.
Gibraltar?
There you go. Right by my body. Got one high there, Caleb.
Oh!
Wolf. Wolf. Alright, that's down. Ah!
There goes. Round 1.
I missed him so many times. I could have had him easy. Should have reloaded my Havoc. Thought he was going to turn around.
Loot 100 equipment items. Oof. Scan 20 items. 20 kills is Bangalore, Mirage, or Gibraltar. Okay.
Oh, regular XP goes towards Battle Pass XP now?
Maybe.
Yeah, I got 1340 in regular, and I got 1340 in Battle Pass. Which, to be honest, is the way it should have been from the start.
Yeah, I'm still just not impressed with the items from the Battle Pass that much.
Not enough.
Oh, there he is.
Yo, I badly want Remnant from the Ashes.
Yeah, it looks cool, man. It looks really cool. There's too much shit coming out to...
I heard the folks at Waypoint
What's
talking
up,
it up recently. What's up, bud?
Y'all need to drop a multi-stream link in.
Like who?
And...
Need to drop a multi-link stream.
Thank you for your continued commitment.
Sodium. 6 months. Unbelievable.
Wait. No, I'm just kidding.
Where is my...
I'm ready for this. I am so ready for this. I am extremely ready for this.
I
Are we
lent
ready?
you a whole $30 worth.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
I keep my squad mates insulated.
Powered up and ready to go.
Somebody give me a multi-link.
I'm working on it. I don't know where my command went.
This
Boring.
is your champion.
Is Smurf there?
Losing
Yeah.
isn't
Yo,
good.
what's up?
That's why I don't do it.
Oh, there he is.
Gotta go with the winner. Always.
Follow the leader.
Gibraltar?
Let's check it over there.
No, I'm at location. Airbase.
Oh.
Anybody with us? Nope.
There you go.
There it is.
First blood on the enemy.
Oh wait, I can't watch them simultaneously?
What do you mean?
No. Level 1 backpack over here.
When I pull it up, it pulls them up.
Level 1. Are they both playing at the same time though?
Yeah.
Weird. Once I hit play on one, it pauses the other.
I don't know, man.
Maybe iOS isn't good for that.
Body X-ray shield here.
Dibs.
Level 1. Never mind,
yeah,
sorry.
Not digging that. That sucks.
Grappling.
Appointed.
Havoc here.
Watch out for the new kill leader, friend.
I got a purple mag for Havoc.
You say you have purple energy mag?
Yes, I do. Dropped right there.
Extended energy mag here. Level 3.
Bunch of energy ammo here too.
How about this way?
Damn, Smart's just fucking moving.
I'm just popping out here.
Energy ammo here. Body shield here. Level 2. Backpack here.
Oh, fixed it.
Level 1.
Huh. Okay. Got it.
I'm going up here.
Might be
We're
something
heading
out
over to
this
water
way.
treatment, bud.
Go.
I have to add the streams myself for it to work that way.
Oh, that was you. Scared the hell out of me.
Looking for light attachments.
Alright.
Sniper and 301.
People here.
Yeah?
There's a crate open outside.
Yeah.
Wonder if you guys have different delays. That's gonna be weird.
Longbow here.
So we fucked that up, didn't I?
Great. Already inside the ring.
Yep, doors open over here. They don't appear to be here anymore, though.
Oh, they have gone. They didn't get a
Suspect squad has been
launch.
eliminated.
Pit.
There's a new kill leader.
I'm not playing as fucking Bloodhound, and I wish I was now.
Attention. Delivery care package.
Death box right here.
I bet that care package has some sweet gear for us.
Really?
Maybe it was a solo drop and then he left.
Y'all want to head towards pit?
Why not?
Could use Barrett's barrel stabilizers if we find any.
Open. Take.
I would imagine there.
Optics here. Mid-range. Spitfire here.
Alright, do we want to go into slums?
Sure.
Yes, we do.
Sounds like they went out to the east.
Slugger, back up.
Doors open, crates open out here.
Are we in? Okay, that's cool.
hell is all this, everybody?
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Lucky us, we are already inside the ring.
Closed door over there.
Let's check it out. I need a turbocharger. What's up, Tiger? Thanks for the luck, brother. I'd also love a different gun than an RE-45. It'd be great.
There's an RE-45 over here.
Yeah. Going over here.
Let's go this way.
Crates open.
Respawn was used over here. That's great.
I'm going up to the tower. I'll use my super if I can get away.
Gold Mozambique.
Helmet here. Level 2. Knockdown shielded. Mozambique here.
Dibs.
Look at that gold beat.
Helmet here.
Yeah.
Level 2.
Uh,
Gonna hop up here. Choke.
sounds like there's some fighting.
Don't see it.
Here.
Right here.
I spotted an enemy.
And looks like he's shooting over here somewhere.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Yeah, they were definitely
I bet that
firing
care package has
across.
some sweet gear for us.
They're gonna be pushing into us. Where do we want to set up? Yeah, whoa,
See an
guys.
enemy.
Light shield.
Contact.
Well, behind you.
I'm looking at him.
Getting shot at.
Where'd that guy go, Smurf?
Dupes the clock.
He's over here on love right now. That's decoyed.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
Last somewhere on me. What's that glove? I just got scanned.
No, they're underneath you. They're in that building.
Give him my shield to recharge.
Throwing Arc Star.
You got bamboozled.
Throwing thermite grenade.
Enemy spotted. They look small.
Got a hit.
Taking fire, friends.
Fired and they're hitting me.
Shielding.
Bad news, I'm
Fuck
down.
off. He's real hurt.
Reloading.
Of course.
Fucking hell. That Pathfinder was way too fucking strong. Like, there's no reason he should have taken out 2 of us.
I
I
potatoed.
thought I was behind him. That's my mistake.
I potatoed the fuck out of him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that was 100% my bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna confirm the potato. Hang on.
Yeah, that was 100% on me.
Oh, dude, that was a whole sack.
Yeah, I mean,
The field's worth.
yeah. I went to Sergeant's Field. Where's my octane skin from?
You just went to my field. That was it. You didn't do anything there.
Yeah, no, I took all the potatoes and then threw them at that guy.
Are you sure that wouldn't have done more damage than you did?
Got him.
Zings.
Got him, coach.
I think it's about break even.
You shreked him.
You got a regular old Amy's ashes over here.
3 words: win and win again.
Angela's ashes. Sorry.
There's a storm coming, Annie. You better get home.
I meant Angela's ashes.
High power weapons, low power. How about no power?
I came here to party. Let's rock.
So have you?
Got on.
Oh,
par.
top of the morning to you, Angela's ashes.
Jiminy Christmas.
Who's your favorite character?
Dude, watching
Is your
watching
Angela? Or the-
Sons of
the
Anarchy
Mhm.
is really cool. Whenever they bring in like the Irish mob,
Oh yeah.
and like they're all
I'm the
just
jump
about
master.
it, dude.
Ready up.
Like straight up, like oh my god, the accents are so good.
Oh.
Love a good show. I like a show with good accents.
Let's land here. Hit the jets. We're dropping hot.
Should be hot.
Hot drops only.
Hot potatoes only.
Oh, this is so weird. Caleb's already on the ship, and Eric is. I'm still seeing the your squad screen, spot on the screen.
Oh no, I missed.
That delay though.
Oh, what's up?
Ooh, Eric
PewDiePie?
was fucking panicking right now.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
What are you panicking about?
Because I didn't realize it was you. I was like, oh yeah, I'm dead.
Attention. First blood.
First blood. FNGs always go first.
There's a Mozambique in that fucking chest.
Was it a gold one?
No.
Dude, that's the problem, Caleb. You should have taken that gold beak.
Yeah, I should've.
Bagak.
Seriously, no one else landed here? That's bananas to me.
The hell? What the hell?
What'd you do?
I don't know. I'm carrying a level 3 heavy mag though, and a select fire for a prowler.
Do you need that heavy mag?
Which reminds me. Sure. Here you go. What blue item did you just grab? Was it a barrel or?
I didn't grab blue.
There was one when we first met. When we first met. That I used to know.
So Caleb, on the podcast, you were talking about Death Stranding, and you were like, you know, it's back when like Linkin Park, and I was like, I was waiting for this to get better, and I got so close to being like, but yeah, in the end, it didn't even matter.
I would have fucking hated you so much.
I got so close to saying it, and I was like, nah, I'm just gonna let it go.
I picked
and
those
I
up
really
last.
regret
Good.
not saying it.
Running a beak.
We should probably go meet up with Caleb because he went that way and we went this way.
45 seconds.
It's alright, I'm running fucking illusion class. I can dip out if I need to. And there's not.
See, I've said that before, Caleb, and it never really worked out.
Well, now when you use the super with
Pay attention,
this
gang.
guy,
Not
he
far from the
actually
ring.
turns
We got
invisible.
30 seconds left.
Like 100% invisible. And back in the day, it was a silhouette. People could still follow.
Oh my gosh. You guys are animals.
Not seeing any activity over
Something
here.
good there.
None at all.
10 seconds. The ring is basically knocking on the door.
Kind of around the bush towards the zone.
In progress.
Ring's moving. Let's go.
Spotted. Double timing it.
Shots from somewhere.
Behind us. Yeah, come across the bridge.
Target over there.
Yep, see him.
Leader. I'll make sure they don't sneak up on us.
Gotta hop up here. Turbocharger.
Can't believe you guys are playing Apex. You can get in on this hot farm
Kill
simulator.
leader eliminated.
Opening fire.
Broke shields. One in the river. Two on the bridge coming across right now.
Get out there and bamboozle.
Throwing thermite.
On me.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Reloading.
Bring him uphill, guys. Bring him back uphill.
Dude, I'm getting.
Shit.
I'm down.
You guys knew where I was. All around the.
We got third party.
Reloading. Popping the chin. Reloading.
Shit. Right in front of
What happens to you happens to you. That good for you.
I think if you don't get third party, you should be more upset than if you actually do get third party.
One way to look at it.
Because it's some bullshit.
That is one way to look at it, friend.
Yeah, that was some shit. I hit that zip line and dropped into that smoke and thought I was good. Came back up behind and the fucking one shot like a fucking
Because
asshole.
third parties didn't become huge until Apex. Because if you think about it, if you don't have a vehicle on PUBG, you can't third party anybody. If you hear gunshots,
Yo,
you're like,
we got third party
we're gonna
all the
head
fucking
that
time
way.
in PUBG.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you hear gunshots in Apex, you're a half mile away in 2 seconds. Like you can make it there instantly.
You can traverse a half mile in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, the
I
problem
definitely
with
said
PUBG
that wrong.
was you
I
only
appreciate it.
got third party
That's right.
when the ring got small, which meant you would play the whole game and then get third party. At least in this game, you get third party early. You can go back out and come back in.
This game's all about the sucker punch.
What you mean?
All about
We're
the
really bad at sucker punching.
Are we?
Was that movie any good?
Sucker
Alright.
punch? I don't know.
It's alright.
I mean, it's a manic pixie dream girl fantasy, so
Yeah, it's alright.
I'm all
I'll
about
go
it.
watch it right now.
It's alright. I mean, nothing to write home about, but you know.
I
Back in
play
the
that game every night before I go to sleep.
back in the heyday of, you know, Zack Snyder, super CG films.
Completing an artistic vision?
Yes.
Amateur hour is over. Time for
Who
the
are you
big
playing
leagues.
as?
Me? I was just playing Bangalore. Thing stuff.
Oh, I don't know. Who should I play with these two?
Even gunpowder needs a spark.
Whoever you want.
Now you can set a fucking void warp pop smoke on the other end, and I can put traps around it so that if they follow it, they're in a fucking death hole.
Introducing your plan that's never gonna happen.
Oh, it's gonna
I wish
happen.
all of you could fight tomorrow
I'll,
too.
I'll wait
but
in
you'll
some
be dead.
secluded forest, throw down the void.
There's a secluded forest in this game?
Yeah. Bend over and sorry, show you.
Wait a minute.
He said bend over.
Wait a minute.
We could go drop
What?
ship. We could go.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
anyways.
I don't care.
My bad. It was Sarge's fault. His discussions on the thing, man, just makes you think of places you don't want to be.
It's weird because I didn't discuss much. So.
I think you said all
I
that
think we
needed
should
to be
land here.
said. Are we going way over there? Alright.
Copy that.
Oh, look how pretty this waterfall is.
Attention. First blood.
Can you see your reflection in it?
First blood.
Actually, I sort of can.
Not pretty enough.
Oh, okay. Did anybody come with us? How are we getting like all these solo drops?
Is it dropping?
You guys hot dropping?
We haven't been though.
There is a new kill
Well,
leader.
that's fine.
That's yeah.
Hot drops only, boys. Come on now.
That was the joke about it. That whenever Love said, instead he was complimenting himself on good drops.
Yeah.
Ow. Yeah. Can we get a freaking gun up in here?
Triple take here. Ultimate Accelerant. 1 minute. Ring's not far.
Dude, Caleb, you think the Rocket League playlist is hot? You gotta check out
So,
Mark's
Dean Connors.
playlist.
Gotta hop up here. RE45 here. High rate of fire. Not much kick.
They got a pop station that you can listen to on here, or not a pop, electronic station on here. It's actually pretty good.
Ring ain't far. Half of one.
It's something.
Bobby joined in the stream one day. He's like, "Man, this shit slaps." Sick. Settle down now. This farming simulator.
Does anybody want this level 3 energy mag?
10 seconds. The ring's close.
No.
Glass. No.
I'm good.
Extended heavy mag. Barrel stabilizer here. Level 1.
It's on. Ring's moving.
There was a team that landed at airbase.
Did anybody
At
see a
airbase?
skull piercer?
That's the opposite side of the map. Dude.
Or, sorry, artillery.
Okay.
You guys see a skull piercer? Let me
We're
know.
going to be potentially pushing into them.
Yep.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Supplies coming in.
Team was here. Team is here. Open crates.
Yeah.
Laying fences. The circuit is complete.
Shots Derek's off.
If anybody finds a skull piercer, let me know.
Enemy over there.
Yep.
Of the squads have been eliminated. Helmet here. Level 2. Thanks. Happy to help.
That supply drops right here.
Care package over there.
Alright, let's move towards it.
Void jumping. Got a hop up here. Turbocharger.
Eric, when do you leave Chicago next week?
Thursday.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3. Ammo up.
I could use that.
Did you grab that glass?
Nah, that's all you.
Oh, you can take it.
I already got one.
Okay. Sweet.
The extended mag, I got it.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I called dibs.
No.
Here.
No. I was just asking. I heard somebody call it. I thought you opened it up.
Beginning ring countdown.
Feels that charge in the air? We're inside the ring. We're safe.
Could use some sniper optics and everything, but
Oh, come on.
this looks
Shots are
unlooted
far
down
to the
here.
west.
Enemy over there.
Moving into this compound right here.
Yeah.
Pathfinder, Bangalore, and couldn't tell who else.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
Mirage, maybe.
New kill leader. Watch for them.
Not Havoc, but the crazy guy.
Octane.
Octane.
Somebody might be on me.
Oh,
Yeah, somebody on me.
There may be a shooter nearby.
Target over there.
Let's explode. Hostile over there.
Wow.
Giving him the chimney. Give me a sec. Using a medicine. 1 sec.
Going to base. Getting shot at.
Healing, hold on.
that third party track next to them.
Recharging my shields. I see somebody. Opening fire.
50.
Using a medkit. 1 sec.
Hey, Love, set up your. Get ready to set
Might
up
be
your
something
fence.
good this way. Making contact with enemy.
We're inside the ring. Got the positional advantage.
Portal's ready. Laying fences.
Arc Star out.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Yeah, let's find each other.
Still got a guy right here.
You think
Hostile spotted.
They're back in that compound.
Watch the portal. Portal's down.
I don't have any sights, y'all. I'm not gonna be any help out here.
Yeah,
Target spotted.
I just climbed up a
Team right here.
Hostile
tree.
spotted.
There's the one in this cabin.
Yep, someone right here.
I'm taking shots.
Firing.
Back up, bud.
Throwing thermite.
Throwing a grenade. Healing up. Eyes are open now. Tossing thermite.
Need to recharge my
I see an
shields.
opponent.
1 minute, ring's not far.
They zip lined up.
Enemy spot
Target
over there.
spotted.
Where are we going, guys?
Gotta.
Let's say we go back. Let's say we go back north when we decide to go.
45 seconds. Ring ain't far.
Let's do it. Let's say we go around and head towards like that entrance.
Yeah.
3-0. Rings close.
God, I need sights so bad.
I'm about to not need them once we get could really use a better backpack.
Warning. Ring close. Care package being delivered.
Care package touching down. They usually carry rare
You
platforms.
went way over there, Lub.
Well, that's why I marked. I didn't realize y'all didn't come this way.
I could set a portal trap if we want.
Tower looks unoccupied.
We should move here. Never mind.
We're outside the ring. Get ready for a world of hurt.
Oh, sights. Fuck yeah.
Hostile spotted. Planting fences. Anyone passes through here, we'll know. And fencing. Laying fences.
4 squads left.
Contact. Rings next door. 45.
We're gonna have to get off this hill.
Yep, here they come.
Hostile over there. Fence them in, fence them out.
The teams are fighting each other.
Ring ain't far. Half of one.
They went up to where we came through, Glass. Yep. Careful, ziplining over here.
Ring's moving. Hustle up.
Where'd they go?
We're behind this building.
Hostile over there.
We're
Rings
outside.
coming. We got drop.
Yep.
Drop one.
Wow.
Got me. I'm down.
That's the last of that squad.
Come on.
You lost this one, but it has nothing to do with your skills. Well, 'cause you don't have any. I mean, clearly.
You can grab both banners. But there's no place to bring it back, so don't do that.
Time to play sneaky, Smurf. They're coming, Smurf. They're coming.
Oh, they're coming. Oh, I gotta go up to them.
Yeah. Why they're not fighting, I
Let
don't
them
know.
start fighting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like right on the balls of this thing, man. The zone.
Look at that wall. Just keep going. There you go. And just get behind that rock. Zip lining up. Oh, Gibraltar down. Don't push in too hard. Oh no, get the fuck out of there.
Wait right there.
Yes, I'm inside the next room.
Go up behind him. Right.
Oh god. Oh my
Was that as depressing to watch as it was to play it?
Yes, sir. It was.
No comment. I'll take my 6 RP though.
Take my 6 RP.
I'll take my 6 RP.
Man, that whole freaking squat and aim thing is real on Apex now.
Is it?
I think I should have switched over to the.
Well, I seen a couple of people kill you the other night, Eric, doing that, freaking just walking around squatting and moving. Just teabagging the whole time.
Yeah.
Looks like the new thing everybody's doing.
Oh man. Why am I constantly... Maybe my vision's messed up.
It's glasses.
Constantly I'm shooting to the right of people.
That looked, yeah, that looked like a weird, consistent error.
Like it was neck high, but like 2 inches to the right every freaking time.
I'm not convinced there's not something weird going on with Pathfinder. He seems to be.
Blow OP.
I mean, I at least got him with 2 half clips. Did I kill that? Was that the Pathfinder that I hit on the other side? Did he like
No, it
self-res?
wasn't.
Oh, okay.
No, he had purple armor. The other guy had blue.
Ugh, I should have switched to the flatline maybe. That might have gotten him. Or just waited. I figured they were coming to get me. That's why I got out.
All that
after the
matters
Phoenix kit.
is being the last one alive.
Next comes a storm.
Oh yeah, single spark.
I was created for this, I think.
Oh, all right.
I'm just Mr. Potato tonight with the aiming.
I don't think I hit.
I dropped down in that fucking hole, and there were 2 people sitting there.
Yeah, that's.
You may miss me.
The best part is glass dropped down right on top of you too, and I
I'm
finally
the jump
around the
master.
corner. And
I
it
won't
just
let you
sat there.
down, except by falling.
Well, I dropped down. The worst part is I dropped down and I had my fucking hemlock on single fire. So I went, pop. Shit.
That'll.
Hey guys, can you just give me a second?
What do you mean?
No, it's a single shot. Joke.
Oh yeah.
I
Hey guys,
say we land here.
Can you guys give me a minute?
How come you didn't go?
Hold your breath.
How come
If
didn't
you had
go
a
in the cast
respiratory
mode and,
system.
like, make fun of me. So she's
Oh,
shooting
I
at me.
should have.
If we get eaten by this Leviathan, they'll feel good. Better than me shooting that guy to 2 inches to the right of his head.
We're gonna make it.
Oh, okay. Guess blood's dropping here. Okay, love.
Attention. First blood.
First blood on the enemy.
Shotgun bolt.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Next ring is far. Devotion here. Havoc here.
Is that us ziplining?
That was me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Attention. The champion has been eliminated.
There's Havoc in there.
Bye-bye
Or
now.
Devotion as well, Glass.
I got a havoc.
Okay. Oh yeah, white shields. Glass, there's
Body shield
best
here.
up here.
Level 1. Going to phase.
Pretty far. Got people. 15.
Close or no?
They're in the, what is that area? The relay.
Closes in a minute. No time to waste.
The ring isn't very close. 45 seconds.
New kill leader appointed.
You're still
Heads
running
up.
energy.
New kill leader. Energy ammo here. Got him. Reloading.
Took a couple shots.
See that?
Guy was trying to loot a box, but it was out in the open.
All right, should we get out of here?
Closing.
Yeah, we should get out of here.
I can see that the ring's. Let's go this way.
Punching a tunnel. Portal's ready.
Care package being delivered.
Incoming care package.
Already went through there.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Could use that.
I need it. Void running.
Half the squads remain.
Phasing.
Gotta hop up here. Choke.
Oh shit, the zone's still moving.
On me. Somebody
Oh, I
just
need that
aimed at
choke.
me.
That's what's coming on me.
There's a squad behind us.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, right here.
Hostile close.
We still gotta go though, right?
Yep.
Shooting at me. Reload. Giving me shield charge.
Oh, I gotta heal.
Got the second one. Don't know where the third one is.
Enemy taken out.
Taking fire, friends.
Worked on.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Last one down. Yeah.
Recharging shield.
That went well.
Almost didn't.
I'm still
1 minute
I
before the
need
ring
optics
closes.
for
We have time.
301.
I am repairing myself.
Do you need more? Flash?
Taking a moment to heal up.
We want to hit this.
Redeploy?
Yeah. We could probably run it in. That way we don't.
Less than 30 seconds. Rings
Oh,
nearby.
crap.
I had to take the 6x scope off my sniper to be able to engage them, but it turned out to work pretty well.
There you go. Quick thinking.
It was the first thing I did when I got through that little clearing of rocks that Smurf and I went through.
10 seconds. The ring's close.
Warning.
Guess let's avoid going through the tunnel of death.
The ring's moving, friends.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
On us. On us.
Pretty sure someone's got a shot on me.
Yeah, right here.
Enemy over there.
Yep, coming down the hill.
Firing.
Delivering care package.
Target over there. Incoming.
Keep moving back.
Recharging my shields.
Oh
Love you,
shit,
Kevin.
close.
Recharging my shields.
Are you able to come?
Yeah, they're right here.
Enemy over there.
They're on top of you now, man.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
Arc star out.
Here, come on.
Throwing arc star. I am taking fire, friends.
Fence in position.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Recharging my shields. Healing my wounds. Throwing Arc Star. Taking shots. Throwing thermite grenade. Thermite grenade out.
Arc star out. Reloading. I killed an enemy.
Kill.
Ah, Peacekeeper right here.
Tossing a grenade.
Pushing you.
No fucking way.
Piece of
How did I
advice.
point blank him in the head with the triple take and not kill him? Oh, he's got so little health, dude.
It's +2 RP, fellas.
There you go. This is gonna be my last one though.
Little wins. That Pathfinder on their team tried to jump up, and I just pelted him with an ultimator. He's like, nope, going back down.
Nice work.
Unfortunately, I think I misplaced a couple of my incendiary grenades.
You did.
I threw 2 frag grenades at that last guy and somehow walked right through him.
Yeah, I thought they were theirs, and so I got all nervous.
Eric, say this is your last one.
Yeah.
Cool.
That it is. boys. That it is.
That'll do, piggy.
The place between life and death is where I feel most alive.
My squad is my family.
I am ready. I hope you are too.
I'm ready. My body's ready. Feel good.
We've been getting a few good exchanges. We're just having trouble finishing them.
Yep.
Introducing your champion.
I really wish I took that fucking G2 instead of had that. I had an opportunity to swap out that first team to a G2 instead of having the triple take, and it would have helped a lot more at that last fight.
Oh,
Trust me, we want to last.
Hold your breath if you have to breathe.
Water treatment.
That's a
green.
decoy.
oh, my bad.
Round one. Beginning ring countdown. Attention. First blood.
That's the first of many lives to go after.
Attention. The champion has been eliminated.
Someone eliminated the champion.
People here with me.
Going back. Keeping beeline towards us.
Bless me with sight.
Need armor.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
I don't know where they came from.
There's a new kill leader.
Target spotted.
So bust that dude in the face.
We have some open containers out here, guys.
Reloading.
You mark them?
Hostile over there.
Attention. There is a new kill
There's
leader.
somebody behind
Giving my
us,
shields
too.
a recharge. Keep eyes on the new kill leader. The enemies are shooting at me.
I'm taking fire. The ring is not.
Recharging shields.
Wow, where did that come from?
35 seconds to get to that ring.
We need to move. Reloading. I downed an enemy.
spray. Let's go. Contact with target. Battling the enemy.
That was the last
Squad's
one.
down.
Bye-bye, squad.
Reloading.
Oh, he's down.
You got
I'm
fly.
down.
I was like,
Yep.
I was like, you guys got
Hold on. Let me help you.
I was gonna get shield from him real quick.
Your help is very helpful.
Yep.
Negating all incoming artillery.
Giving my shields a recharge. The ring's moving, friends.
All right, boys.
Backpack here. Level 1.
Where'd this other guy die at?
Shield here. Knockdown shield here. Level 2.
Right here. There's also a case outside. And then the other one I guess is empty. Now there was a guy over at the tower over here.
Supplies coming in. Just topping off my shield. Healing my wounds.
Shit, zone.
I have no meds, by the way.
I've got a couple
Are you
extra.
blue thunder?
No.
Let's go this way.
No crap.
What?
I just used my on the hunt. Okay. Glass right here. It's behind you. It's behind you.
Repairing.
Got a glass?
Repairing my damages.
Healing my wounds.
Who's ready to fly on a zip line?
Oh my god, I missed my damn zip line.
No.
Yeah, drop him. I'll get him on the bridge.
Healing my wounds.
Healing my wounds.
New kill leader appointed.
Watch out for the new kill leader, friend.
That's all I have.
I'm in trouble.
Oh, of course.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
The next ring is quite far.
Make it. Love coming up behind you.
Setting a set.
Using grapple.
Planting fences. Pandemic. Grenade. I'm in trouble. I'm bleeding out.
The battle belongs to only us now.
Oh, get out of here. That was a bad circle for us.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hey, y'all, I gotta take off.
Okay, never mind. That was officially the last one then.
Yeah, I think my kid's like screaming upstairs. I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
All right, I'm gonna bounce out. I'll catch y'all later.
All
All right.
Peace.
Yep. See you, Glass. See you, Caleb. See you, Sarge.
Good stream tonight, boys. Good bounty board. I will maybe be back tomorrow night. I don't know. This new sleep schedule and whatnot's really fucking with my stream schedule because I Tough to stream and whatnot. We're going to go drop you guys off, though, on Skiwi, because he's the man. The myth, the legend. He's playing some Final Fantasy 14 like always. You guys make sure you're ready up for this raid. Show Skiwi all the love. Copy that raid command if you're a sub. If you're not a sub, copy the next one that's going to pop up. Let's show Mr. Skiwi all the love that the House of Glass has to give. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Take care. We'll see you later.